So, when last we left off, I wouldn't even say intrepid heroes, but money-grubbing kill hobos.
Hey.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You have broken into this people's home to kill them all and take all their stuff.
Look, if your
be
home
fair,
involves a
there's
lot of
Sahat.
humanoid skeletons, like, I feel like we're more
Look.
the SWAT team coming to arrest you, and they
No,
resist.
Tell,
no,
that,
we're-
tell that to fucking Red Dead 2's honor system. That thing makes no sense.
We've been over this before, Savin. We're the SEAL team, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's true. It's a hodge enough people.
So
They are. I mean, I'm very racist of you, but fair enough. Yeah, no, there are. You haven't even met a shark swajan, but yet. Spelt, of course.
Shark.
Sure.
Yeah, Shirk's version.
Of course.
But no, there aren't any of them here that you've seen at least. I believe you guys got off a long rest.
Yes.
That means your temporary hit points have worn off unless Bastian wants to recast that spell on his awakening. You
Well,
guys
that
leveled
depends
up, yes?
on if, not Anna, Madilyn wants to cast Aid first.
So yeah, run me through the changes to your characters.
Okay. Not much. I got second level spells. I have the Jack of all trades, and I now have Song of Rest.
Hey,
Wait, you have second level spells?
I have the ability to cast second level spells, but I don't have any second level spells.
Oh, right.
you've got second level slots.
Yeah.
More appropriately. For making your first level spells donk harder. Including the best spell that I noticed that you've got in your character sheet.
Which one? There's so many.
I mean, there are so many. I suppose the best damage spell in your sheet.
Ah, yes, I see that one.
The guidingest of bolts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Guiding Bolt. 100% it's Guiding Bolt, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, between levels, my PowerPoint reserve more than doubled from last level.
What was it? It was 5 and now it is 14?
Yeah, it was 6 and now it's 14, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Where's the logic for the extra number coming in there?
Well, you see, there's an optional rule in the DMG for using spell points instead of spell slots, and the Mystic actually just uses that table. So when you jump from having just first to second level spell slots, because spell
You have a conversion
slots,
of points.
yeah.
Okay.
By conversion of points, I get a bunch more. And then the next level will be a small increment, and then at 5th level it'll be a huge jump again.
Because it would be, quote-unquote, another spell level you've accessed to.
So,
Okay, that makes
I got a
sense.
bunch of tiny utility spells, and then I got this spell, which is the best spell in the entire game as far as I can tell, so...
Good God, that is... Oh,
As a bonus action, you sheathe yourself in Icy Resilience. She does not appreciate your amorous advances. Man, 20 temp HP as a bonus action.
Yep, and I can do it like
Holy
4
shit.
times.
Yeah,
I'm so beefy.
it's pretty sick.
Oh, and my psionic limit went up, so I can now actually spend 3 psi points on things.
Right. Okay.
This could be a scene out of that was a Dragonborn abridged. I'm gonna rape you, bitch. Would you cast that?
I wouldn't know. I've never watched it.
So,
Never bothered in the end. And that sounded horrific. I'm sure it's funny in an abridged video, though. Let's see here.
and
What changes are there to Kellin?
So I got access to my subclass, which is Mastermind. So in addition to a whole bunch of, in addition to 2 new languages, eventually I guess.
You have to go pick them up when you're in a town.
Yeah, I got I also got access. I also got proficiency in disguise kit, forgery kit, and 1 gaming set. I haven't picked that either.
Oh, of course, it's tragic. Tragic cards. I made it all the way out of Fallout 2.
nah, it's the hit game 1,
Of course, yeah, the most good, consistent card game there ever was. 1.
And then the actual cool thing is the help action as a bonus action. Basically, I've become the group familiar.
Oh, you can. Oh, right, yes, you can bonus help. So
With
you just
range.
crack someone with a whip and go, "Hey, over here!" and someone else kicks them in the dick hole.
Basically.
Sweet.
So it's a real strong ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real cool.
I can give anyone advantage as long as I'm not using something else for my bonus action.
Of course. And it's that action economy that no doubt makes DCL really like, why can't you be stealthing and doing your thing again, though? Why would you ever use the help action? God, there's an argument I've heard many times. I'm like, but all of their bonus actions are good. Whatever. Let's see here. Elloe, how have you beefinated? I can't remember if it's a... Oh, yeah, you've actually got your bear powers, right?
Benny's Totem of the Bear is activated. Now when raging, I take half damage from all sources that isn't psychic.
Oh, even force?
Mm-hmm.
Everything but psychic.
Damn, I have to change this thing's Eldritch Blast to psychic now. It's okay.
So now Bastian is the one person in the party that can kill me the easy.
The one
Although I
that
said
you
that
do.
last week, but he said only one of his abilities did psychic damage.
To be fair, it's a much stronger ability now that does 1, 2, 3d10 extra damage.
also
That's a
I
lot
believe-
of extra damage.
It's quite a lot.
Also,
Oh
I
my
can rage
God.
3 times. That's it.
Yeah. Alright. Madilyn, how have you changed?
How have I changed? I got
Yeah.
more health. And I got second level spell.
Hooray! Second level spells. Gross. He turns into a Swajin.
Oh
My channel
god.
divinity is a little bit better, I guess. But that's about it.
Yeah, cleric level ups are very quiet level ups, I feel, and then suddenly you just heal and everyone is at full health. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, my class is mostly modifiers.
It's true. Like, clerics have almost no class features. They just get an amazing spell list.
They have a really good spell list, and more importantly, like their domains are all modifier and class level based, so they are like the softest, most subtle improvements. But then when you actually roll a dice and you see those modifiers are all additive or multiplicative in some cases, you're just a beast, just a fucking beast. All right, and last up, Maddie, make her a moose.
Well, it's very simple. She's been installing a what looks like a slide handle at the end of her rifle, and then
Oh, I can
Just-
see the number on it. That's pretty scary.
well, no, not that one. It's the louder one. It says right there.
Oh, God. Louder, Bertha. That's a very significant power up. That's quite funny.
Indeed.
This here is your
So, yes.
silencer, your scope, your loudener, and this is for shooting down police helicopters.
Pretty much. And then
Excellent.
she's just been fiddling. There's been some small sparks between between her glove hands that she's been flipping with copper coins.
Very nice. Yeah, I always figure it's like when people level up, part of the excitement of getting your characters leveling up is getting new powers. And you're like, why not share them at the start? Like, hey, you're all jacked up. What can you fucking do now? And it also makes my life easier having a vague understanding of what you're all about and walk into it. So that I don't just, let you just walk into one-sided massacres. On your part, of course. One-sided massacre on my part just means it's challenging for the players.
No, yes, of course.
So speaking of which, Melon, do you want to drop an aid on the party?
Melon? What the fuck is
Madilyn.
Melon?
Madilyn.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
can do that. I guess it's only for 3 people though.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3 frontliners, so
Athia, Elloe, and Kellin.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. I can do that.
I think I missed it before. What does aid do again?
We're about to find out.
There we go.
It raises your maximum hit points by 5 for 8 hours.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not even 10 hit points, is it?
No, that is just your maximum base
I
has gone
always
up.
thought it was fucking shit. That's pretty cool.
No.
So then,
Alright.
And it's
Does
a
it,
cast and forget spell.
does it
No. Current.
does it also give us the
And-
5 with the increase, or is it
Yes.
just increase
It says
by 5?
current.
Current
max.
and maximum.
Okay. So that's 31 hit points then.
Excellent. Yeah, feel free to
That's real powerful.
jack yourselves up. I assume you're putting this on Kellin, the guy with the least health of all of you. Actually,
Yes.
I mean, Kellin and Maddie I might be even now. 20.
16.
Yeah, you go from 16 to 21. You match Maddie's current 21. It takes a whole spell for Kellin to come even with her. Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, it is basically a rogue level up of HP.
Yeah.
That's what I get for rolling average that for that second level, and then also having a Constitution of 10.
I mean, you have baseline Constitution and you're
Yeah.
rolling rogue dice. It's not unexpected.
and I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone in the party 6 temp HP again, because that was a
Sure.
fun time.
Let's do pop them in your red bars, bar 3, 6 of 6. It gets to show up on my screen. It's very helpful like that. I could probably turn it on so you can see everyone's temp HP, but I don't know if you even give that much of a fuck.
Yeah, it just goes away in 1 hit, so meh.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Yeah,
Elloe, then it lasts like 3
Maddie
hits.
spent the entirety of the last combat with 5 out of 6, because the only damage she took was one of her companions shocking her in the butthole.
Oops. Wait, that wasn't me.
You just assumed it was you immediately. I like that.
Well,
I don't
I mean,
even
it's
remember
like
who
that
did it,
same-
but I remember at the time joking that that's usually Kina's job.
Yeah, that's like if I can see another Simpsons rap. Bart knows that. What?
No,
It's not
I've
me.
been-
Like, oh, sorry.
Right. Now, Madeline's been going out of her way to move into clear firing line.
It's true. It's great when players learn.
I mean, I try to make sure there's no one in my way when I fire stuff, but hey,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's unavoidable.
unavoidable.
so let's get going. There's so much more of this dungeon to explore. Oh yes, the horrible dried blood. Let's go this way.
All right.
Horrible try. Oh,
So,
wow,
give me
that
a
is
moment
a
to
lot of
describe
dried
the
blood.
corridor and catch you guys up to speed. Previously, had your rest here. There was plenty of sustroming to eat, and water and jello shots. As you do. Did anyone get properly fucking loaded during their long rest because they had access to a person-sized keg of jello shots?
No.
I feel like Bastian went at it a little hard.
Yeah, I don't think he got destroyed, blackout drunk, but he was nice and pleasantly buzzed all night long.
Of course, okay. And yeah, no, Elloe, it's impossible to fucking get you drunk. You can't fail at being good at drinking. It's just how that works. So this hallway itself is warm, actually. It's warm and damp, whereas in this alternate room you were resting in, it was quite a dry heat. It's a sealed room. The doors here have been made sure that they were sturdy again, and it was full of foodstuffs that they didn't want to completely fuck up. But now you're out in here, it's a almost muggy, not quite to the level of a sauna. You can't see visible steam, but it's definitely almost jungle moist. Although not any of you would know that by comparison, living in the cold north. As we as players know it, it's that super intense humidity and warmth combo.
Well, I guess that means we're getting closer to the forge. If there's at least this much heat.
I'm just gonna check for traps as I go.
Alright. When Kellen's close enough, you can detect him.
Aw, yeah.
Alright, and stop.
Maddie's on top of me.
P. Let's have a look at you. Bastian, the stood closest to her. 10. Cool. Give me a second. What are you good at? But, okay, cool. Carry on.
Okay.
Do you need our passive perceptions when we get to like the same
Alright.
spot?
And as
Hello.
you approach, you are faced with two quite intriguing sights, I am sure. One of which is a great, like, steel furnace-y forge thing. In the very top of it, it looks to be some kind of, like, I guess just a particularly large chimney. It's feeding out a lot of heat, but no actual smoke. It doesn't look like there's anything in it burning currently, but it is still quite hot. You figure if you put something in it that burns, smoke probably comes out of the chimney, you know. But otherwise, it's very warm, and it is this big, big metal container. Surrounding it are lots of pools of water, and these, Bastian, you are more familiar with. They are, as opposed to indents built into the floor, this is the equivalent of buying your bed. You would buy a raised plinth or platform and fill that bitch with water, like
Of course.
mattress deep or so. And resting in one of these, and the water has been turned rather murky by the fact that he has blood leaking loosely from his nostrils and around his gills, and he is half dazed in the water. You can see, like, almost in reach of him is a sea crossbow. You can't see his hook sword. It might still be on his waist in the water's level. He is, like, half leant out of the water, arms splayed across the ridge of what would otherwise be a bed. And he is staring at you blankly.
I shoot him.
Awesome.
Just
Make an
gonna.
attack roll.
Alright. Gonna go ahead and sink a psi point into that. Doop. Damn it.
Huh, you actually fail. Let's see here. Everyone you see Bastian, pew pew, and the response is some kind of gurgled swearing, and a sploosh. Bastian, you see the Sahuagin fucking just go flat in the water and try to submerge his entire self.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna pull out my daggers and go fucking murder him, I guess.
Okie dokie.
Stupid fucking shark. Come here. Shing. Stab, stab, stab.
Alright, no. Need an attack roll. He's going to make one. It's at disadvantage
Okay.
as he tries to swipe at you with a sword.
Wait, is he prone?
Sort of. He's elevated because he's in the water. He's flat in it, but he's like sort of waist height and has honestly quite a lot of freedom of movement as he is right now.
Yeah, okay, just trying to see.
A 14 will not hit me.
Alright.
And
He swipes at you.
yes.
He has disadvantage because of other
Stab,
reasons.
stab.
And hit, and you kill him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second attack only does 2 damage, but yeah.
Still dead.
Shank.
All right.
Fucking sharks. Alright, well. Looks like we found the forge.
Indeed, we have. It's quite impressive, actually.
Is that all there is here?
Yeah, there is. There's this titanic forge. It is a large metal container, but admittedly it's a top-down view, so you can't see like the rack and shelf, effectively, of blacksmith tools. It looks like there is like this fucking anvil that rolls out on wheels and then locks in place. Like this whole thing looks like a fold-out forge. It's still fucking massive, mind you. If you would like to give me some kind of check to understand what it is the fuck you're looking at, it could also probably deal with identifying.
Tinker?
It's certainly magic.
So, it's certainly
Thank you.
magic. So, would you like an Arcani or Arcana?
Whatever you would like to throw it at. I believe Maddie's
So,
going
I
first
get-
with Tinkers, but you can get advantage from Athia helping.
Sure. Can I have a guidance as well?
You sure can.
Thank
You
you
know,
very much.
is
I'll
this
keep
important
the
enough for? Okay, I was gonna say, is it important enough for a bardic? But you said no. Okay.
Ah.
16.
Okay. You are definitely looking at a very, very like elven style oldie forge, with the faces that look. No, they seem to remind you more of stylized dragons than anything. It looks like this whole thing would function not just as blacksmith's tools, but as an entire blacksmith's bench. There's something undefinably missing about it. There is, as you're looking around, something that you would discern as like maybe an activation or deactivation room. And you're going to cast Identify. Give me.
While she's doing that, can I do a Smith's Tools check to learn about this thing?
Sure.
See if I can do better. Could I get a help and a guidance as well?
Absolutely.
Ah,
Yes,
yes.
it is.
Maddie, you can't help while you're identifying. I assume these checks are happening at vaguely the same time.
Oh, nice.
25.
Okay. While you're looking at it, there are some things about this that the missing parts of it stand out more to you. It's not so much like, you can see like a rack of tools lent up across this thing and locked in place. There are little hooks on it. But there is two indentations, effectively. One appears to be like a long rectangular indentation that you would probably slide deeper into the forge, maybe rest it closer to the core of heat. And the other one appears to be a spherical indentation. And you can see that the inside of the indent is like lined with oil almost, definitely very mechanical looking oil as opposed to the kind you might use for fires, etc. Because I say oil, I mean, usually you would look and go, oh, that's lubrication, but I can't be trusted to use the word lubricant around you people, so...
Well, it makes sense that the rectangular one was like for ore or something and it's sticking there. I don't know what the spherical one is. I'm going to search the Sahaugen's body, see if he's got anything. Maybe a little bastard ate it.
In the meantime...
Ooh.
The trick forward.
Quenched and reduced to half its size.
Oh. Yes, it's
Any
a
blacksmith
proficient
test?
blacksmith.
Yes, any blacksmith tests are made with advantage. Although the trick forge can be quenched and reduced to half of its size and down to a weight of 300 pounds by use of the rune built into it, the forge takes 5 hours to relight and reactivate itself. So, collapsible, but you aren't going to be able to pop this bitch out for a quick test. Like, it takes time. And at the moment, it can be used to craft magical equipment, like most blacksmithing places can, and reduces their cost a bit. However, these parts, these necessary parts missing, are those required for the creation of trick weapons. These two indentations.
Oh. Yes.
Now, this may be
Precious.
the question for it, but there was that one other area. Perhaps what this forge is missing might be in there.
Well, let's take it with us then.
Sure. Would you like to take time to attune to it, Maddie?
Oh, yes.
Bastian, you searched this guy over, by the way.
Yes.
He has on his person, well, resting on the floor, another of the sea crossbows. With, in fact, I believe 10 of its bolts are special bolts, so give me a moment.
Ooh.
Okay. Yes, he has 10 hook bolts. They fire and are shot like normal bolts. However, when a target is struck, if there is a line on it, they can be reeled in towards you with opposing athletics tests. It is an actual like fishing harpoon gun, effectively. This one, fucking shank and pull.
So you've got the get over here hook.
It is the get over here gun.
I'll just mark down the harpoon bolts. Alright, now I just need to find some cute manatee girls and
Don't shoot them.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
This got dark.
Manatee girls are cute, and chubby, and innocent.
Quick. Also, Kina, our one thing that we got from Lena's done.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got more prono.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Here, you can take a look. It's definitely not safe for stream.
Sure. Let's peep this. Hey, fun. The fucking speech bubble. Alright. Okay.
well then.
Lena's the best.
Yeah, as you all know, it'll take an hour to attune to a thing. Are you willing to sit here and attune, or are you going to explore and come back to it?
I think we should
Yeah.
try and find this thing's parts before we spend an hour just wanking here.
This is true.
Yes.
Doesn't really do much for us right now.
We can always come back.
Excellent.
Alright.
So, this barricade, it is a sturdy beast covered in sharp wooden
Wait
spikes
for
and
the
stuff.
rest.
Yep. Repurposed from other sources, no doubt, like pieces of wall and fence and door and box, etc. They've all been carved down and made into a sturdy, spiky wall. The blood that rests beneath it is old. It is dark, it is rusty. If you were to run a hand through it, you'd probably be able to lift quite a lot of it up in more powder than liquid.
Gross.
So,
The only reason it's still liquidy in any kind of way is because of the humidity of this hallway that you currently rest in.
so is it like interlocking kind of thing, or are they held together some sort of fashion, or how's the barrier kind of thing? Is it something that's breakable? Is what I'm trying to get at.
All barriers are breakable.
Well, I mean, like if I sent like a firebolt at it, like what kind of
I
thing
mean,
would that
it
do?
would do some damage. It needs some beef Wellington if you want to get this down.
Elloe, could you come here a moment?
A fire in this small corridor. though.
Let's not.
Let's not.
I think your thewy muscles have a judicious application here.
You are down there now because nobody. Like, in fact, there were three of you just sat there diddling each other up top. So I just dragged you all down to the bottom so you could see what they were all talking about. Stray's the only one with the excuse for not sleeping because of
Uh,
not
you
by
try and
her
make
own
sure
choice
you're-
not sleeping.
Do you try and make sure you don't fall on it? I imagine it'll hurt.
Yeah.
lot.
Don't trip into the spikes. This
It's a barricade. Just roll
the
strength.
barricade. Strength, athletics. You could raw attack it. Blunt objects would be better than sharp ones if you're attacking. Yes, a portable ram would help deal damage to this thing. Just pulverize chunks out of it until you can knock it down.
Hang on, I don't know.
So the blood is only on this direction,
The blood is just on that side, yeah.
which means it was set up on this side.
No, it means that just whoever was on this side that you're on bled here.
Yes.
It's not like they're
But
dripping from the
it's-
spikes either.
Okay, interesting. But there's no blood on this side at
Not
all.
that you can see. I mean, you can't really see past this barrier properly anyway, but it's a fucking pain in the ass. A 17. You've done it as a save as opposed to a check, though, and I believe your save is a lot higher of a number than your check.
Though you should have been rolling athletics, so it comes out to the same.
Alright, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Roll athletics. Come on.
I mean, it's fine. It is strength plus 5 is the same. I'll let her keep the 17. Okay. So you know, lift that ram up and fucking bring this bitch in. And crunch.
Crunch.
You do. You crunch a heckin' beef chunk out of it. Let's see here. Oh, my goodness, I was in fact smart enough to break it into 2 parts. Look at that shit. You can pulverize just enough of it to, like, you know, brute force the rest of the way through.
I suggest
Yeah,
we
the
leave the
file
rest intact in case we need to make a fighting withdrawal this way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There's a
Okay.
hole.
There is a hole.
There
there.
is a
Keep
hole.
an eye out.
Why for?
Who knows?
Alright, like,
Kellin, what are you doing in the back
does it look
there?
like an explosion did it, or...
I'm hinting that you can throw a check at this and try and figure out what the fuck you're looking at. It looks like a chunk of this wall is missing and that there is stone behind it.
Sure, you want investigation or perception?
Investigation's the better choice to go with. An 11.
So I
You
see
don't
you,
really
motherfucker.
know wherefore what it broke out. However, yes, you've gotten close enough that you can hint up ahead movement, and you can hear slurming around.
Ooh,
Slurming.
I can see the very bottom of it. The very bottom.
If you want to go further than that single step, in fact, you guys have stopped in basically the perfect place that I don't just go, stop, and then attack you. You're welcome to make stealth checks.
A stealth check. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
if
make
you wanna
that.
get any closer without getting beans.
I'll make that untrained as 5.
Oh,
I'll just be
Okay.
carrying
I
on
Stealth
here.
check.
I think I'll just stay right here.
Stealth checks.
Do you want each step, or do you want just like a general?
God, can you imagine how much DCL would screech if it was a stealth check every step?
Oh God, he'd read
It's,
no matter what.
I'll level with you. Basically, everyone except for Bastian has fucked this, so we can do this thing here.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's fine.
yeah, that's right.
Should have taken silence.
Damn it.
Should have taken silence.
It would not have helped.
God, the initiative is so high.
I beg to differ. It probably would have.
It
Initiative.
doesn't move as soon as we stepped out of the silence AoE.
Yes, but that would have been
like
into
20
combat
feet.
immediately.
And then we would have made the same checks and failed.
Here's the weird thing. Say you put down a block of silence, like in this chunk of corridor, and you made noise on the other side of it. Why the fuck can
It wouldn't
people hear
have-
you on the other side? No, it does. People will hear it on the other side. It's literally just this area
Wait.
that's silent. That's not how sound work.
Well, this is magic
Hmm.
sound.
It
so.
is. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Magic
like
just
it
said
just
decides that
refracts
sound
the sound around it. I don't know how that works.
You
Yeah,
see,
but
the
that's how it
silence
is.
doesn't actually stop you from hearing things. It's just it doesn't stop the sound. It stops you from being able to hear anything. Wait,
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
No,
because
doesn't.
if the sound is made in that spot, then it doesn't create sound. It's just weird. Like a block of sound does not.
Yeah,
stop
it just
sound
doesn't. It
from
just
going
doesn't
through
work.
It,
It just doesn't make
it
any-
just is only silent in the block where it exists. It's fucking dumb.
It seems like it'd be a lot better. It could be so much better, but
If you could make a silence wall, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to make that actually awful spell a lot better.
Oh well.
Yeah, no, it's like having silence like on this corridor, like right on the end here before the monster, would help you guys zero because it would have heard you while you were making sound over here. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's super dumb. Oh well. So, is that initiative for that guy hidden, or...
I just haven't clicked it yet. I was too busy just talking about how much I hate that fucking awful spell.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright.
God, I love that breeding elf thing. It's so good.
Ah!
Oh no.
It's a real shame you killed that shark.
Why?
Because you'd have learned about this. And all the things that it can do.
That's fine. He was a shark. He probably just would have lied to us.
You probably would have tried to bite our faces off, really.
Also, why is its name Erich?
Its name is
Eric.
Ash, obviously.
Eric.
Yeah,
Eric.
I mean,
Eric
yeah,
the
no,
Shark.
it would later in life be known as Erich the Octopus, but now it is Ash, Octopus of Life Ending, or the Endopus for short.
The Endopus. Okay. Well, let's end its pussy.
Yes, quite.
Yeah, Kellin, you're the first to detect like a slumbering of tentacles. It did have a radiant action, and you being in audible range triggered it. Bastian was not the one who was heard, though. Who's the closest to the group who fucked it? Athia.
Hey,
Athia. You were struck by this radiant action.
hit me with the ready action.
Don't get
I
you with
miss ya.
reaction.
I
You
miss
missed
ya.
me.
That's right. This fucking octopus is a warlock. All right, Kellin, you're up.
Oh god, it's Eldritch Bolt stun. Oh, that's awful.
Okay. Okay, I save it. Is he way the fuck up there?
Yeah.
He's way the fuck up
so
there.
I guess technically you need to be like here.
Don't
No,
move that close, because then Fairy Fire will make it so that it has advantage on you.
see.
Oh, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fairy
doable
fire,
from
then yeah,
there.
never mind. Just stay back.
Yeah, just like make a ready action up here for when it comes around to like strike it. That way you can
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, yeah. And then
Cool.
also help action on Bastian.
Sure. How are you helping?
Well, I provide.
Put on your cheerleader outfit and dance. Dance, little mouse,
Monkey,
dance.
dance.
you provide cheering words of encouragement. You're filled
You
with
can do it.
determination.
You can do it, Bastian. All right. At the end of your turn,
Oh no, it's got legendaries.
Oh no.
Hey, Bastian.
Legendary Sharktopus.
with the sickening crunch, two of Erich's tentacles split in half once over before blending at the tips. Like they go from like this thick beast to splitting and like stretching, and it's horrible. It sounds disgusting and terrible. And then it's going to try and fucking grab you. Please make an athletics test.
Who is you?
You.
Bastian, you.
Oh, I'm stealthed.
You guys are, you know what? Okay, Athia. Sorry, athletics test.
Athletics. Oh boy. That's not
Trying
great
to
for me. Oh no. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, almost.
Just barely you fail. And hi there. You take 6
Oh
damage.
god. Okay, 6
Isn't
damage.
he lovely?
There goes all my temp HP.
Athia, it's your go. Good timing.
Yeah. Huh.
You're not held, it's only pulled you. So you could just run the fuck away again if you were so inclined.
I could. I
Feel
very
like
much could.
copies.
I mean, I could disengage, you know.
Disengage is an action, not a bonus action.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying I could disengage. I have all my actions. Okay, let's see here. So I could fairy fire, and that would get us advantage on it if I place it like somewhere back here. Also, by the way, there's a bunch of skulls back here, guys, and a chest.
Yeah, they are in neatly aligned little piles. They look almost religious. They are set up with eldritch purpose. Or in the
They
case
are-
of the underwater, it is eldritch porpoise.
Hmm. Well, let's set up the fight for the rest of them and drop a fairy fire, like right about here-ish, like this
Okay.
part here.
Go
I
for
feel
it.
that would be the best way to go about things. So, saving throw, dexterity, I think.
Dex, eh? Let me tell you about his
It's
plus
pro-
0 dex.
All
Ooh,
right.
Shit.
Oh boy.
Woo,
I'm
lad.
blinded.
No.
No. The blinding
No.
before and those other guys is because they couldn't see for shit. This thing, TLDR, has fucking blind sight when it wants, so it's cool.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
I
That sure
guess-
is switched on now. Yeah, he is. Really, I'm not kidding. This thing is a warlock.
Yeah. Well, but now we have advantage on attacks for like the rest of
You
combat, so
have
that's good.
advantage. Let's see here. Little target icon, but only you can see where you are right now. Maddie.
So was this about you needing to go before me to set up something?
Well, that was before I got
Bastian.
it. Oh,
That was before you got gripped over there?
Savin,
that's before I got
What?
it over here.
No, I didn't need shit
you
from you.
said something about...
No, I was talking to Kellin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kellin did go before Bastian.
He's
Yeah.
I just realised that you
So I
don't
can
need
see it
Kellin's
from
help
here.
anyway. You already have advantage because you're a ninja right now.
that's
Can
true.
you see it from here? It has very hard cover because you can make out like the back corner of it down a corridor.
So I can get... Wait, you moved it?
Pardon me, sorry, I haven't moved it at all.
Oh no, because... No, I thought you just...
No. I had it admittedly straddling a square a little bit, but it's so that its token wouldn't blend through the wall behind it and show you guys it.
30. Now I can see it.
Yep.
And I will say
It's still got cover, but it's not hard cover.
better.
Yeah, if you can reach there. I mean, it again. You're like I can hit Control L on you and see how much you see, and you sure can only see like a quarter of it.
Okay, so it doesn't matter whether here or there.
No, actually, it makes little to no difference how much you can see from
Yeah.
that square or that square.
Dang it. Okay, then I just yell, cover your ears,
Heap.
Oh, great.
Okay.
and she pulls
Oh,
on
don't
that
crit them.
sliding hand. Yeah, she
Oh,
pulls
no.
on that sliding handle, and a funnel goes over the end and just becomes like a longer tube over the end of the...
Fucking
Is
Right.
that, a,
Artificer.
is that a loudener?
It's a loudener.
That is the...
Oh,
Oh, no.
Athia.
That's if
Oh,
Oh,
god,
if I
no.
can-
Athia.
This is bad. This is
it's
bad.
to focus the sound.
You didn't
19.
roll a 1 and like obliterate your pup. Athia, can I get a Constitution save from you though against being deafened?
You're
Sure.
gonna.
You
You're
have
gonna be
advantage. You
ringing.
were warned.
Okay.
Wasn't
It's-
it?
Okay,
fine.
not deafened.
They're only ringing a little bit.
And they're ringing a
Well, it's a
lot, but
solid
they're not
fucking hit.
deaf.
Okay.
Can't get over that you're reading the gun louder, Bertha.
That's the exact opposite of what we talked about for silencing.
Oh,
Damn,
you
I
see, I put
moved.
this code on backwards. The cone is supposed to be pointing the other way. All right, Bastian.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna drop stealth and
Well, you know
run.
what? Actually, at the end of Maddie's turn, you come and join me too. Let's get an athletics out of you.
An
It
athletics, you
leans
say?
around the corner. Good luck. All right, welcome to the party, and you take 7 damage.
Hi there.
Oh boy. Alright. Well, I have 3 sources of advantage, so hopefully I won't fuck this up too bad. I'm going to drop a mighty 3 psionic points on this. And then shoot him with... actually, fuck it. I'll throw a falling star sling stone at him.
Roll a 1.
Fuck! It's okay, he's a warlock and he's big. I'm sure that's fine, right?
13.
It sure is not enough.
Oh.
Its flesh is
This is
chitin
why
and rubber.
bless is a good thing.
Chitin and rubber. You miss.
Bing! Damn it.
You didn't need those psi points or that star anyway.
It's fine, that was just the last one.
A white hot star crashes into the wall and like expends a gout of psionic energy that sends a ripple in the wall and starts like just crushing small portions of just old rock.
Oops.
The squid actually, sorry, the octopus actually like tilts its head to look at the crater behind it before looking back at you. Doesn't look very happy about that.
Surrender now,
his turn.
horrible octopus!
Prepare to fight.
Funny. Gonna pick 2 targets in range within 20 feet. Flail. Ah, 9. I don't think a 9 hits either Athia or Bastian.
Oh no.
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 Damn. Elloe.
Yay. I am really out of range. So
Time to
I
double
will
move.
Barbarian Scree and Rage.
But you got
Not
javelins. You got a lot of javelins.
But this thing also has
She wouldn't have
cover.
a good throwing angle.
Yeah.
Then it's better than just doing nothing.
I
Not
really
really.
did nothing.
Melee
I
range
double
raged
moved.
up, and it's fucking greasy. And also, you know, you guys are getting struck by friendly fire range if a javelin is thrown from there against it while it has concealment. It's just a shit show you're asking for there. Madilyn,
Hey, it's my turn.
it is your turn.
I move up, and then I'm going to. Is anyone of you hurt?
No.
Not
Yes.
yet.
Now he took 1
I
whole
got
damage.
hit for 1 hit point.
Hey, guys.
You're all set right now to cast Bless or something.
Indeed, I am.
Bless, please.
And that's gonna
Attack
be on all 4.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
All the boo.
All 4 of you guys are right there.
Isn't that 30-foot range?
Oh, it is 30-foot range.
Shit, fuck. You guys are too far away.
Kellin,
Okay,
it's an
So yeah, just use a level 1 version and hit.
I'll just
Athia
use level
fast.
damn. Oh well. I'll just.
Yeah, friendly fire builds character.
It's true.
Sure, if it builds a traitorous character arc, is what you meant, perhaps. Alright. Kellin!
40-foot regular move.
I'm gonna say whipping him around the corner is not.
No,
quite
I
how
know.
whips work, yeah. Just warn you ahead
I
of time.
know.
As a mastermind, can you use your action and your bonus action to help different people? I guess it's useless in this particular instance since he's fairy fired, but for
I mean,
curiosity's sake.
technically, one is aid and one is help, I think. So
No, it's both the help
they-
action.
they
Both are help
predominant for
actions.
Then no, you cannot duplicate the help action.
Damn it.
So I'm going to take a bonus action move and move behind Elloe.
Okay. Athia.
I still got an attack.
Oh, you bonus move. Sorry, right.
Just said I bonus action move.
Sorry, I thought it was just turning sound move. Brain wasn't doing a brain then. Go ahead.
Okay.
now
This
you're
look
in
is
range.
pretty innocent
so-
face.
Fix it-
This is near
Just
door.
fixing my sneak attack macro.
Sure. Your squeak
Don't-
attack, you mean?
Isn't there just like a global modifier you can take on now for it?
Exactly. I had to change it from 1d6 to 2d6 though, because I got to level up.
Oh, right.
Cool. That's a definite hit for some pretty decent damage. And let's see here, it's slashing. Excellent.
A
Ka-chonk.
6
He
and a 2.
hated that. So at the end of your turn,
Of course.
blammo! Ah.
Nope.
This is the most useless
Got it.
boss.
God, if this goes without me getting a single crushing blow on any of you,
Savin, don't jinx this shit.
disappoint. Athia, you're up.
All right. It's time for an attack. Blap. 24.
Yeah, 24 hits, 4-5, and it is piercing. Cool.
The rape
The
spear.
superior.
Ow. He didn't like that either.
Superior blow.
but I only have so many legendary actions, and I'm not going to use it to Eldritch Blast every person who swings.
No? Okay.
Okay, so from So my guess, he has pretty good fucking reach.
You have seen him drag you with very long tentacles. He's got more tentacles. It's possible he could join them together and make even longer reach. The short
Yeah.
answer is
You
yes.
watched me get dragged from like back here.
Yeah, I got dragged not far away, but it's not that. It's the fact I only need. That means I can move back a square and not be considered being melee. Or,
Correct. It's not. There's no. I'm not gonna go by janky oppie rules, especially when this monster has 20-foot basic attack reach.
I'm just gonna
I
say.
want to I want everyone to actually play the game.
Okay, there we go.
So I move over here.
Is that a
That's
disengage
a-
action though to get there?
How is that disengage action to get there?
Because
And
you
then
want-
just move-
You want to get a square away from him, right? Then he will
Yeah.
hit you for leaving.
But she's not leaving his reach if he has a 20-foot reach.
I suppose. Okay.
Yeah, I just walk around.
All right.
See, it's just 10 feet. So, and I yell, "Cover your ears!"
Cool.
Eep.
Oh no, here we
And
go.
I will be closer to him. So, well,
Yeah, he's not gonna like this.
Yeah, deafen the squid.
it's
Ow. Yeah, a resounding blow. Athia, Constitution save, please,
Every time.
with advantage.
Okay. Oh,
Would you like to use bless?
I would. I very much like to use bless.
You're fine. You're definitely fine.
Hey.
Sorry, I only had the DC at fucking 11 anyway. It's 10 for normal Bertha, but this one is an extra point just to slightly increase the odds of deafening all your friends. Yeah, no, that was a good hit. He fucking hated that, and as a result is going to blast you. If I ever hit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you have more like King Maddie, I think.
I mean,
no, that's a miss. So,
yeah, no, I'm not hitting. It's a
I know,
bad time. It's
I'm
just
saying,
a
yeah,
shame
I
because
think
he
you have
hits
more
like a
like,
fucking truck.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think you have more like King Maddie than you do anyone else.
I did. I had better odds, and it did not play out as I was hoping.
Alright. Psionic points. Have, like, advantage from at least 2 sources. Let's fucking go.
Oh, oh no.
How
Oh,
much
no.
side power have we got left?
Oh no.
Oh,
5.
no, it's
Oh,
fine.
no.
It's
okay.
It becomes a
No.
7. Yeah.
But wait, I got blessed, guys.
No, it's a 10 is not going to do the job.
I know.
Come on,
Fuck.
its AC is still considered low for your level.
I
It was
know.
low for your level before you leveled up.
It's not like our attack bonuses went up, so.
Your ability to bullshit, though, went up by at least a D4, if I can't help but notice. So you are not a threat, it's not swinging at you.
See, guys, all part of the plan.
Maddie and Athia, I believe, are people who have dealt the Enderpuss damage.
Now,
this one too.
yeah, I hate to
No,
say it, but
Kellin.
I did the least amount of damage out
You
of
did,
three of
actually.
us.
Yeah, Maddie and Kellin. 18s to hit you both.
That hits.
It is
Yeah.
2 targets in range. Alright, excellent. Crunch. Sadly, it's not a crit. Well, unfortunately, maybe, because that would have immediately fucking bludgeoned Kellin out of sweet, sweet consciousness.
No, I had 10 hit points. It would have
Oh,
worked.
yeah, it's true, actually. Yeah, the 10 hit points would have saved you that. But you both take
And I'm
14
unconscious.
damage.
Oh,
14.
Wow.
14 there. You are not unconscious with 14 damage. It's not a crit.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay, so sorry. So, no, I guess I
God,
got
if
14
that
plus
crit had
10.
landed, it just would have pulverized both mice. And Kellin would indeed
Okay,
have
I'm still
actually
up.
been hanging on.
Very, very hurt.
Excellent. Elloe.
Yay.
Go bananas.
23.
That fucking hits. And it's slashing. Cool. Ow. Alrighty. Madilyn.
Hurrah! It's my turn.
Madilyn in the pack.
The mice need healing.
I can see that.
They squeak.
Sadly, wow, aren't you? Wow, you're a. You know what? I'm not shocked to see something covered in tentacles. I've seen things.
Your mother has performed and been worse.
I can healing word you. +5. So
It's like it might be a rolled one, but this is a life cleric, so you can see those fat modifiers just glued to it. It's good shit. The dice are secondary.
So wait,
compared
hang
to your
on.
abilities and numbers.
Does that automatically factor in?
It does not go on. No, higher level casting dice do not get modifiers from your healing. No, it's still one spell healing someone, so you can only get the modifiers once.
Correct.
That's not what I meant.
That's
not what I meant. I don't think it calculates the higher spell slot from the cleric, from the life cleric. So it's a second level spell, so you actually gain an extra. No.
Yeah, there's an extra. There's a dice missing. You're correct.
Another 2 hit points, so you should be back to like.
I'm back at full, so.
Yep.
So
Glorious.
bonk.
Why did that not print the?
I don't know.
I have
Kellin!
no idea.
It deleted my fucking spell text again.
That's just how Roll20 does.
And again for all my fucking.
Stop
know.
making
Getting real
custom spell text then.
Getting real. I will continue to do.
Just in case I double nat 1, I'm gonna move over here.
True. Do not whip your friend in the eye.
And whip.
Whappish. 13. Not gonna cut it, but you have bless.
Yeah.
Hashtag bless. That's definitely a hit.
For 13.
Very solid hit.
Fucking hated it.
You have healing potion as well.
It's true, I do.
You gonna use it?
I still have a bonus action.
Cool.
Oh wow, this guy really does hit my
2d4
control.
plus 4. And at the end of your turn, you know what? Maddie's definitely annoying it the most, though. Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
I hit.
Oh
That's
no.
a hit.
You are not going to like this.
DC 50 con or will save.
Oof.
Oh,
That's rough.
Boom! I rolled low on the dice. You're lucky.
That's a lot. Oh my god, he hits like a truck.
It's true. It's why it only gets a +3, because his ranged attack modifier... In fact, all of his attack modifiers aren't great. I just relied on critting you all again anyway. Yep, can
That's
I
my
please get a
strategy.
Constitution or Will save?
nope, I'm stunned.
Okay, you are stunned for 1 turn.
Oof.
Athia.
Okay, let's see here. So I could go over and cure wounds Maddie. That seems like it'd be a pretty good idea. Unless someone else can do that ahead of turn. Since
We want to get to it.
sorry, what now?
Look at the turn order.
Oh yeah, I see, okay. Alright, and he does he they get something for people being stunned, right?
Yeah, they get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will step over this way. And
Could you step one
we-
more?
you want one more? Yeah, okay, yeah. I can step one more, I think, right? Let me just check distance-wise. Oh yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. And so how hard are you? Is it like a level 1 cure wounds or a level 2 cure wounds?
On the scale
I
of
have
6
6
out
out
of
of-
21.
6 out of 21. Okay, that's a level 2
I
cure
love that
wounds
shit.
then.
You're supposed to estimate how hurt you are.
So
Alright.
7, 12.
Yep.
Another fucking big heal.
Immediately followed up by bap.
What do you mean followed up by BAP? That was an action.
No, I mean he's gonna bap you.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, probably.
I really am running out of his legendary actions, but he also might not get a chance to do any more.
It's the top of the turn order. What do you mean?
No. I mean, I've already spent one of his 2.
I don't have any other thing I can
Used
really
it
do.
blasting Maddie right in the fucking snoot. But you know what, Athia, you did a healing, and he's a warlock, and he's not happy about that. So, bap. Fuck.
That
Alright.
misses.
Yeah, as I say, like it's not great odds to hit, but when it hits,
Okay, Bastian.
All right.
you are now no longer stunned, Maddie.
No, Savin.
Yeah, saving.
Are you within 20? Yep, you're still
Yeah,
within
I'm in
20.
20.
I'm
Fuck off.
I'm not beating you.
Yes.
And what's he gonna do? Hit me?
Yes.
I feel like he should hit you anyway, just for that. If I had a legendary action right now, I would just like cancel your turn and just crit you with a fucking Eldritch Blast and one-shot you.
It's gotta be
You
the end of
fucking
a
know
turn.
better, you piece of shit.
Okay. I put side points on my fucking crossbow and I shoot the fucking thing, and I swear to God. There's 17.
Alright,
Yeah,
there you go.
you
Yeah.
hit. You did the thing.
Okay, I did the thing. 1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ.
It is
11, 13.
down.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, and you're the one who got the
Nice.
killing blow. Hey, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yeah, I can. Oh boy, give me your weird psychic bullshit. Oh,
Fuck. All right. You are not cursed by an eldritch octopus full of hatred of life.
Uh,
oh no, the chaotic evil calamari.
Yeah, like literally, this is an evil warlock octopus. Oh, evil warlocktopus.
so
Locktopus.
is it dead or down?
It's dead.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be dead. Yeah,
And then we
Okay.
just shoot it a bunch more.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
guy,
easy. Yeah.
this guy has such incredible features as hungry for life. Dead flesh will not appease Erich. It only consumes the living, and struggle is the true seasoning.
Alright. Well,
Okay,
if it's dead,
I find the mouth that
Keep
it has. I find the mouth that has. I put the opening of the barrel inside it until they're on. Cover ears and then pull the trigger again.
There's this weird crunchy, fleshy noise, and cartilage and guts spew out, which is not pleasant. Could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay, just making sure it was that.
Awesome. You have the second condition.
Which is
Let's pull it up. If that even exists, it might just be poisoned instead. Yeah, it's just you have the poisoned condition then.
like.
Yep.
Okay.
Chunky nastiness, like literally cartilage, guts, just viscera of all kinds of foul stench of death, and an undercoatings of rich hatred and evil, like rosemary and bad ginger. Just filled with the stink of it. You are now poisoned.
It just turns around and okay,
Blorf.
that was a bad idea.
Everyone, Maddie smells pretty ripe right about now.
Weird the second
Yeah.
isn't conditioned by itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be fair, it's because it doesn't need to. Poisoned actually does exactly what that would have done.
Yeah, true.
here in a minute, I'm going to prestidigitate you down a lot for that smell. It's real bad.
I'm sorry, but
But
you
here's
can't
the thing.
scrub out evil.
Well, you can, but it's not the rankness; it's the poisonous part that affected Maddie most.
Yeah, but everyone else's nostrils are being offended by you right now.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
might not be affected, but everyone else is.
Yes. Anyway, investigation chest.
Before you even investigate the chest, you are surrounded, of course, by these 4 bone altars. They are quite definitely altars to whatever eldritch beast this warlocktopus, believed in. And you can see at the bottom of each of them is a glittering.
Uh-huh.
But the chest.
What kind?
Let's see and investigate on it. You would have to get in there and look. But with an 18 investigation, you discover that this chest, this smashed chest, is a smashed chest. It is incapable of being a nasty trap.
Alright.
And the contents within are fucking destroyed.
No.
Roll me 1d20.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take the first one. There are 6 gold coins scattered at the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One for everybody.
Perfect.
Everybody enjoy 1 gold piece.
Well, this is something now we have to look on. Well, carefully investigate. They're on the side of the glittery dark altar.
Yeah, so, which bone altar would you like to look into, and who's doing it and how?
That's a great question. I'm gonna
I'll
step
take
back
this
over
one right
this
here
way.
and investigate it.
Okay.
Oh, Bastian went up there.
Yep, I'll go take care of this one.
Alright. 17. And Athia, I assume, is about to press to digitate.
Oh yeah.
And
But-
don't forget the guidances and stuff.
Yes. Guidance this as well.
So roll those guidance dice as well, so if you need them.
Nice. So, Kellin, and indeed Bastian, what you guys are effectively looking at are... You'd almost say what happens if you were looking at, like, a puzzle that was broken down as you'd, like, look over these, like, skulls and bones, especially across, like, the broad top of skulls. You can see that there are sigils that have been carved into them. But they're very large, you know, as if they were put in place by someone with appendages too large for, like, you know, finite motor stuff. You're pretty sure that if you were to lay these skulls out, or otherwise align them, you might be able to actually see the full nature of whatever has been carved into them.
Ooh, I begin to do so.
Yeah, imagine that someone made like a lithograph of glyphs, but then tore the paper up and then mashed it all into like one pile. As well, at the bottom of each of these piles appears to be a fucking ruby the size of a tangerine.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a big.
Money. Wait. Detect magic.
What are you detecting on? Which one? Where, whence,
There.
and why?
Rubies and stuff like that.
Okay, you detect magic on all of the piles. They're definitely all magical. The rubies.
Can I cast Identify on the rubies before they start doing anything?
They
Like
are
that?
currently like in the base of these scully altars. You would probably have to take them apart to get the ruby in the first place. Do you wish to do so? Indeed, Bastian looks like he's already taking his apart to start reading.
I,
Well,
I'm
I
about
can
to
read
the
on
same.
his then.
Okay. Yeah, identifying the ruby. This appears to be a soul gem. It is a big ruby with, like, imagine a thumbnail-sized hollow at its very center, but there is a dull, glittering glow in it.
Oh.
There's a
That's,
fucking soul in that ruby.
that's not good. That's probably pretty bad.
What's pretty bad?
Indeed, when identifying it,
What?
you can identify it as evil, because it's got a soul in it. It's a gem that contains a living person's soul. That means that it is, just by its nature, bad fucking news, yes.
Okay. These are soul gems. And that one has a soul in it.
Ah,
Considering you detect
that's
the
real
glittering
bad.
from all of them, odds are pretty high.
So, there's that.
I mean, they're big rubies, though. They're worth quite a lot of money.
So, how do we release the soul from it? Do we smash it, or there a process to it?
You're
Or...
welcome to give me Arcana tests.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Can I get advantage on them from having a tool proficiency dealing with Arcana type things like Arcaning?
No, you got guidance as well, so...
Scout?
Pardon me, sorry?
Can I get advantage on the Arcana test because I have the Arcany tool proficiency?
Yeah, that's how tool proficiencies work, thanks to Xanathar Thopaz.
Yeah, just making sure of it. Okay, so this is with advantage. And then we slap a guidance. So 19.
Okay. A 19. You could have someone who's really, really magical contest the spell, but put it there. Or smash the ruby. Note that any failed attempts at dispelling it would probably, like fucking destroy the soul inside as opposed to set it free, which is considered not a good thing. I mean, you could definitely find an evil spellcaster who'd be happy to take that risk.
So, I have bad news. The most likely thing we should do, the morally thing we should do, is destroy the rubies.
What?
Smash them up. Yes, if each of these rubies has a soul in it, if we smash it up, the soul will be set free. Of course, we could try and get a higher caster to dispel it, but... Well, if they fail, the soul suffers very bad consequences.
Isn't your grandmother an archmage? Shouldn't she be able to take care of that?
I believe she could.
Here's the thing about rubies. Smashing them up only decreases their value by a little bit.
Everyone just glares at Kellin.
Only a little bit. Kellin, you're not thinking like a murder hobo like the rest of these guys.
I think you mean you are thinking like a murder hobo.
What? You mean smash it to make it worth less money because it's the morally right thing to do?
It is
I don't know.
the morally right thing.
Wait,
What?
I have an idea. Instead of smashing it, why don't we just split it?
That
I
could work,
mean,
I believe, yes.
I assume that's what we were doing.
No, smashing and splitting are two different things.
Yeah.
That's like kicking and elbowing. Two different things. Not the same
True.
action.
True.
I believe
They're
it should
both
work.
criminally aggressive and successful. Kick, punch,
Yeah.
combo.
So in this case, if we just split it, it'll be still worth a lot more. We free the souls. There you go.
Yeah. Let's get
Simple
to work
solution.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Oh,
two
yes.
half tangerine
Bastian,
size.
were you going
might
to
be
try and put
yourself.
together the lithograph?
Yes.
All right. I need an intelligence test.
Cool.
If you
That's
have
my casting
anything
stat.
related to writing and like script and code, that will help.
Sure, I'll just
You
give
got-
myself proficiency in that.
Will my
You get guidance.
cartography tools help with that?
No, it's not cartography. It's the other thing.
It's the
Calligraphy?
calligraphy.
calligraphy.
Could I get Maddie's help since she's also a smart boy? Alright, so guidance,
Sure.
assistance, and I'm proficient in this, so I'll just make an int save.
Sure. Fuck.
20.
And
Cool. Give me but a moment. I'm going to.
Alright,
line
and this
up
is
the
when we
map.
summon our Dreadlord Beelzebub.
Look, I'm not saying you're saying Cthulhu Hata
Hail
Ego Hata Cthulhu,
Pazuzu! Hail
That-
Pazuzu!
but you may be summoning Cthulhu.
Or Pazuzu.
Okay, let's see here.
I hope it's Pazuzu. Pazuzu's a good guy. He's
What
a
about-
professor.
What about Kazoo's?
Why are we
What?
on the world map?
now we see this massive nuclear explosion.
Why are
And
we
this
on the
this
world
new
map?
landmass just appears somewhere.
Oh no.
This location, Bastian, this sensation, this tugging pull at your soul and very being makes itself known to you. Maddie, you're on the edge assisting, so you get like just this very similar tugging. But to you, Bastian, this location is scorched visibly into your memory. Like, you see a copse of dead trees. The snow around it looks like it's actually been swept away, like actually on purpose by with a broom. It looks like a purposefully cleared out area, and at its center is a very similar looking skull altar to this. However, the skulls that you can see in this image, this visage, this vision, are, properly put together, as opposed to these, which appear to be a lithograph spread out across the skulls, for the simple fact that they couldn't fit their gigantic handwriting on them. Each of the skulls that make up this altar are finite to an incredible degree. Tiny, tiny little things, but still coating all of the bones. When you next
I
blink,
knew the
your
squirrels were evil.
ears are ringing. Huh? No, that's the other side of the Church of Squirrels. Church of Squirrels wouldn't stand for that bullshit. Yeah, when it ends, your ears are ringing like loud birth has just been fired. Like, they're just splotches in your vision. But you know that place exists, and you can fucking feel it in your heart.
Ye gods.
What's wrong?
I had a vision of some great clearing filled with bones far to the north, beyond the freelands. This dead forest. Bastian just puts his arms around himself. Only evil could walk there.
Mm-hmm.
Dark. Okay, so
Is it
So
likely
then
to be a
let's see,
different
let me get-
thing on these other piles?
With that check, no, you're pretty sure they will all do the same thing. So, I mean, if you want all of your friends to go through this horrible, horrible sensation, you could try and get them to put it together and read it.
No, I don't hate these people. I'm just gonna go back to the forge where it's nice and warm.
Just gonna kick him over.
Yeah.
So-
Take
Okay,
the rubies.
how many rubies? So 4 of them, tangerine sized.
Yeah, there are 4
Correct.
rubies. There's a ruby per altar.
So let's see. With jeweler's kit,
Hmm.
splitting them wouldn't be much of an issue.
I would like one of the ruby.
Well, yes, we're gonna do for cash, but first we still need
No.
to split them and get the souls out.
No, I'd like one that's intact.
You
Why?
want a very natural evil item with the soul of a person for yourself.
I would like to see what happens if I were to use it to use it as a focus in a staff to channel life.
You
With
probably
the
would
soul
have
inside?
every paladin and good-natured person just trying to stab you.
I don't think that's a smart idea, Madilyn.
No.
That's a very bad idea.
Tell you what, you can
Oh.
do a religion check.
I mean,
I
I
already
get
did.
I get death
let's
is
see, what'd you
Way
get
out
on that?
there. I did it at the
Oh.
very start of that 16.
I mean, technically, it would absolutely empower the fuck out of any life spells you were doing. However, you would be draining the essence of a mortal soul to do so.
Hmm.
That's probably
I
fine,
get-
right?
that
Again,
death.
like, all of this stuff is super fucking useful if you're a cunt. Like, fucking soul stones, holy shit. Evil relics, like, standing stones, maps to dark altars. This shit is great. A+.
If you're evil.
This Warlocktopus really fucking knows what he wants, and that's evil shit. But it would definitely work.
I get that.
I mean, you might have to hand in your "I'm a life cleric" card for destroying a soul, but you know.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm sure the god of like the undead would love to have you on board.
Have I told you about my Lord and Savior Cthulhu? He doesn't care. Souls are souls. They're snacks. Delicious sacrifices.
It's a little bedtime snack for him, the sleeping god.
Yum, yum, yum.
And on second thought, it probably would end up not being great.
Yeah,
so.
so... Okay, so we got this
In the long
motherfucker
term.
dead.
Fucking, in the short term, it would be one hell of a healing spell, but the moment that fucking soul was diminished and ended. Yeah, bye-bye, life cleric herd. Your goddess or god of choice is not going to be a happy bunny.
Oh yeah, speaking of, what god do you follow?
Silent walking away from the cleric.
Good talk.
It was a good talk.
That's discomforting.
Joy.
Well, okay, so...
So back to that forge. So let's go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit there to into this motherfucker. Can I use Euler's kit to during this down to try and split
Not
these
while
activating
attuning,
size rubies?
and not only that, you cannot use a mundane jeweler's kit to break something that is magical.
Ah, okay.
It is a magical item.
So when you-
It will not break unless you really fucking give it the beans. Preferably with magic tools. I don't know where you'll find any. You're like staring at this thing while you're tuned to it going, God, if only I had a magical toolkit of some fucking kind.
If only there was a magical
Shit, if only there were
sword.
magical tools.
Yeah,
Fuck,
If only,
I
if only there's
don't know,
a
guys.
magic-
We'll have to wait till we find some.
yeah, if only there's a magical weapon that could maybe, I don't know, split it.
I like that you're pointing very pointedly at Kellin when I'm talking about the thing that's called a legendary toolkit.
Oh yeah, that.
And...
I mean, yeah, we do have that person
That
magic
too.
letter
Yeah,
opener.
Kellin, if only there was something magical with that weapon, huh? And everyone else is staring at this.
Yeah, that works too.
Smart.
Look.
Yeah, but I still need to attune to it.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
I see. However,
It's a letter
are you
opener, not a gem opener, Athia.
I mean, I didn't say that out loud. Also,
I knew what you were referring to, though.
also, I don't know. Maybe throwing the souls into a fiery forge. I don't know. Maybe that constitutes burning them alive.
probably using them up.
Okay. So, during this short rest, Maddie, you think you're about, like, maybe 5-10 minutes away from finishing your attunement when the connection closes and ends.
What?
Bastian,
Take it again?
you are now attuned.
Yay!
Wait, what?
Bastian went ahead of you guys and attuned to it. He's also a smith.
Oh,
He's a smith. He also sent
Wow.
you this quest.
Thank you for saying that.
Nobody asked.
You ran
No, I
off
mean,
before
thank
we
you for
could.
saying
Yeah, I
that.
did, and no one asked, hey, what are you doing here? It's just sitting here fucking with the smith.
I mean, technically, we
God
did
damn it,
let you
Savin.
basically have the thing. So yes.
Yeah, no, this is also, I will add, the quest that was set to you by Bastian.
Yes, to recover the artifact of his people. So, yeah,
This is true.
I'll just be attuning to that, thank you.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Good. That's the trust while he sleeps.
It'd just be nice if you said something, you know?
Yoink.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
say,
dick move.
Bastian, you have touch? Do you have touch with Residium miners down there? Since I know that you're from the Aquatic Elf City.
Do I?
Make me
Are there Residium
a-
miners down there? I guess is the...
Give me a persuasion test. We'll just see how sociable you've been, and if you've interacted with any of those
Sure.
legendary few who can brave the underwater magma plumes and get
Oh, yeah.
Residium. Okay, yeah, no, you've come into contact with two in your time. You don't know them personally, but you know of them at least. And sorry, for some reason there is someone on a truck playing the fuck out of some Christmas music outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
No.
So yeah, Bastian
One
just...
second, I'm gonna open my balcony so you can. It's
Why?
unsettling,
Why'd you do
unnerving.
that?
Okay then.
Yes,
Alright,
I
look, my
know
friend's behaving in
a
my
few
room. It's kinda
Residium
jazzy, actually.
miners.
It's not bad. I've heard worse Christmas music.
I'm sorry. What now?
Yes, I do know a few Residium miners, of course.
Cool. I may need a little bit of an in with them in the future for future projects.
Of course, it would be my honor.
Hey, Bastian.
Yes.
Now that you've, settled this fucking massive, powerful device into your psyche, you're about to learn one of its secrets.
Yay!
One of its three.
Yay!
That's a lot of secrets.
Namely, a really, really important one that you would have probably learned if you hadn't immediately ganked the Shirk. The Shirk that you found sick and lying in the water and bleeding from various orifice. It's probably you're okay though, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see here. And also, could everyone else please roll me 1d20?
Everyone who isn't me, or just everyone?
Everyone else.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna roll my
It's
Constitution
good.
to straight D20.
Nice!
Oh, this
Nice!
is good.
Nice!
Look at that.
Why are you doing just a d20? Whatever.
Yeah, it's a 5.
2 1s. This is gonna be good.
It's one button, Scout.
2 ones. Excellent. So, I'm going to pop in this. Save. Show to players.
Oh, nice.
So, you're about to learn something interesting about yourselves.
Oh, no.
If any of you die, the others will get sick and slowly die.
Oh.
So is this is a curse or?
Mhm. Well, it's beyond curse.
God.
No, you're fine, Elloe. It is Bastian, Maddie, and Athia.
God
Poor
damn
Maddie
it.
and Athia both got ones. I was picking the lowest number, and I saw a crit moment. That's bad news for Athia. Oh, that's bad news for Maddie.
Okay. So.
Luckily, one of you was fucking tanky, and one of you is a ranged character who rarely gets hit. I feel bad, though, if, you don't know how quickly it will be.
Is this removable somehow or?
You have no idea.
Out of character. Time to go talk to Auntie Theory, who has removed curse. Actually, wait, no. Grandma.
In character, it's time to
Butcherbot.
go talk to Grandma and say, "Hey, these idiots
Great
attuned to something that's
restoration.
cursed. Can you get me out of it?"
Maybe.
Well, that's an
Well, that's a
unpleasant
fucking quest.
sensation.
Yeah. It's going to have some interesting effects on you over time as well, which is great.
You're all slowly going to turn into the same amalgamation of all.
Yeah, you're all going to be water-breathing, handsome mice people
I'd rather not. I like my
with big,
current place.
peaky, fluffy ears somehow still.
I no.
Okay.
I want to stay like I am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You are in fact not going to all gradually mutate into some kind of just thing.
We don't eventually just become, an amalgam.
Yeah, no, you do not become a fishy squeak cat. Squeak fork.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, I
True,
I
but
feel
you
like
didn't
I feel
start
it's
as
pretty
the
bad.
Bork.
I feel it's pretty bad. I like being just a Bork.
How do you feel about gills, though?
No, I don't want gills.
But how do you feel about being
Mathis
super bishy?
No, I'm good. I like being as I am.
Man. What would their names be?
Don't wanna.
Mastiathia.
I'm not entertaining that line of thought.
It would be
Bamphia.
Mastia. Ah, yes, there you go. It's Bad Thea.
Bad Thea. Yeah.
That's your
Bad
new.
Thea.
That's the new ship name for your Sultry Oak. Congratulations.
Bad,
The OT3.
I do not support this.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this in our quest log here.
Yeah, please. Do enjoy that. And there are still 2 more secrets to learn, guys.
I don't want to learn any more secrets about this.
Actually, I mean, there is one that you guys can posit. At least it's the first step of its secret. Pretty obviously. The forge is incomplete and currently cannot create trick weapons.
No, it's just useless metal.
What do you, I mean, it still actually makes crafting magic weapons cheaper, which is pretty sick.
Shut
and
up.
Is a magical toolkit. Grants advantage.
Until we can find the other 2 missing pieces.
Mm-hmm. You're after the rectangular and spherical indentations.
Wait, spherical, like tangerine-sized spherical?
No. I got secretly asked that
Just-
question, actually. I was like, no, the forge is not powered by souls.
Damn it.
No, it's imagine like the classic spinning map of the world globes that you get. It looks like you could cram one of them in there. It's true.
Trio.
Well,
On the plus side, if one of you dies and then is brought back as an undead, you turn everyone else immortal.
Yay! All right, guys, what we need to go
Your
do.
soul
Go
is bound to your
No.
ended body.
I'm
we-
already immortal. I don't need that.
What we need to do is we need to go find Grandma Astrid.
No.
I think that I do believe that she has chilled out enough to know not to kill and then raise people.
But
just
what if it's
because they'd be
Athia
sick.
who's already dead?
Ooh,
Her grandbaby.
would she raise her grandbaby knowing it would put her soul
Great-grandbaby.
back in? Great grandbaby, knowing that it would put her soul back in. Ooh. Who knows? That's an interesting question,
That's
actually.
a yes.
Her morals are a lot fucking looser than everyone's, but she's also had time to be, in charge of a lot of people, and it's almost certain that some of your siblings along the way haven't made it.
But she could fix this particular sibling.
It's true. It's possible.
All right, I'm
Very
gonna
possible.
pack up the forge now into its 300-pound box.
Yeah. Let's
Get
get
in your
going.
box and
There's
think
a-
about what you've done, you piece of shit.
How are
Yeah.
you going to get
you
that
can
back?
you can slide. You can find that there is an activation sigil. You brush across it with your fingers, and you get this sensation as though it's asking you for confirmation. I shit you not. Like if you had some kind of text pop up, it's like, "Are you sure
Are
you
you
want to
sure?
shut down the forge?"
Yeah, I just
Restarting
like,
the forge will take 5 hours, but no, you just have this sensation. Like, really? Okay.
I just hold the button for an extra second to be like, yeah. turn
Yeah.
off.
It
Well,
flashes.
it's-
It flashes in and out of life a couple times, then fades out.
Time for a trip
have to
back to
ask.
Overland.
Yes,
think I
it
have to
seems
ask.
we're bound together for a little bit longer than this one excursion.
I feel like I should ask, how are you going to get that up to the surface?
We will carry it.
Through the water?
Yes.
It weighs 300 pounds.
Yes,
I
and
guarantee it is not going to float.
of course not.
Are you going to swim
I don't
300
float
pounds
either.
to the surface? Well, you don't weigh 300 pounds of metal.
Your mother does.
And just like half the party slaps you. I am interested to see how Bastian, the -1 strength modifier character, intends to.
Oh, you want to know?
300
Here,
pounds of salt.
let me show you. I drag this thing over and I just shove it at Elloe.
I don't think that's going to work.
Elloe, it looks like Bastian wants you to lug 300 pounds of solid magic metal up out of the water.
Now,
Unless you want
may
this to
It's
go
very
directly
obvious.
to the underwater city, which isn't that far from here. I'm sure my people would love to have this installed there instead of at your keep. But, of course,
How far are we? I have an idea. How long can we breathe underwater for?
how long do the cubes last? Like 1 hour? 6?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you've got enough to go back out again, but that's it.
How far are we from the shore? Could we just maybe drag it?
Walk.
walk along the bottom of
that-
the water
That
until
was
we
the
reach
intent.
If you would like to do that, go right ahead.
Alright, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, who's carrying it?
Elloe.
Cool. I take it 300 pounds is within the realm of your ability to haul ass.
Yeah.
Oh god, the truck is right outside my fucking door now. No, I don't know that it's Christmas time at all. Da-da-na-na, da-da-na-na.
Oh, I'm absolutely sure it's within your polar drag.
Give me a strength test. For you, DC is like just 12 to make sure that you're gripping it properly, and like the lifting part of it's not actually an issue. It's just fucking lugging this motherfucker around that's probably the very awkward part.
So, athletics.
Yeah. Make the DC. Okay. It's gonna take you like 10 minutes to just get this around fucking doors and corridors. But you can in fact get it outside. I'm also just gonna add this fucking fortress to my token pool because I'm sure that'd be useful.
I would help, but I have no strength.
I have even less strength than
Wait, hang on a second. I have an idea. Let me just look something up. Let me see. Perfect. We should stay here for a little. We should take a rest. We should rest here and leave. If we wait, I can get a different kind of miracle from my god, and give Elloe a better chance of leaving. Of actually, I will get.
We've already done it.
Well, if she succeeded.
What about how?
She already
She's already-
succeeded.
Yeah, she
To
succeeded
get to the
on
surface?
Yeah.
No, to getting it
out.
over here. The surface is going to be another matter.
I mean, because I could. If we wait, I can learn enhanceability and give her advantage in all of her checks, and double her carrying capacity
For 10 minutes or 1 minute.
1 hour. Enhanceability lasts an hour.
Okay. Are you going to take a short rest?
Wait, how would that help?
Oh, is
You
it a
get
long rest?
enhanceability.
Your enhanced back.
Etc.
Yeah, because Maddie doesn't.
Oh, it's a
Madilyn-
long to change. Yes, it's a long to change spell
Yeah,
slots out. Right.
no, fuck that. Let's just go. Because it's only going to
Alright.
give you advantage, and any of us could give advantage.
This is true.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The DC for this athletics check is significantly higher. You can get advantage from other people like fucking helping.
And guidance.
No, because it'll be
That
underwater.
And it's over a long period of
It's I'm afraid yes, guidance will not help you. It is an extended period of time.
But what if there's someone who's just
Okay.
following you the whole time and just casting guidance and doing
No.
nothing else? No, okay.
So,
But also, who would do that because you don't have anyone that can speak underwater?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fair.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah,
slight
of course, that's
question
true.
though.
Go ahead.
Y'all have pretty shitty memories, correct?
Except for Savin, who's already made his excuse out of the game.
Okay. Just gonna slowly use 2 fingers and point down to something.
that being.
My god, is that a bag of holding? I've only heard of such things.
You have to fit
Behold,
it
Savin's
into the
excuse.
hole, though.
Bag of holding doesn't give a shit.
Does
you
it
just,
not?
It just fucking consumes shit like a snake.
No,
Really?
Hold on. The bag of holding has a 500-pound limit.
This thing
You
is
have
300.
This thing is
you have-
300 pounds.
I'm getting to that. You've already got like a bunch of other stuff in there, plus like the crates from the other room. Do you still have room for this?
How much do the crates weigh?
That is a good question. They're probably
And
like...
can Elloe just drag them?
Yeah, I was going to say, they're probably like 150 pounds each, but those are a lot carryable, what with that also being made of wood and oil-sealed containers. I mean, the Systromming now is a little bit... I mean, that's the one you should probably leave in there anyway, all things considered, thanks to the smell.
Excuse you. I'll take that.
Here. Here's the thing. 64 cubic feet of area.
It's true, but there
Max
is
weight
yeah,
500 pounds.
I was going to say
There's
there's
a-
the weight limit.
There's a hard limit on how much it can hold.
Yeah, okay, so we just need to take a crate out. That's 150. And then put it in.
Yeah, from rightly, all of your like trading chaff metal's been reduced down to like a squeaky ingot, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Which I can literally just put in my
Yeah.
sealed bag.
Yeah, that's not a problem. The squeaky ingot could actually just go in a normal bag. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to like hand off one of the food crates to Elloe, but there are worse fates in the world than having to lug a wooden box.
The water sealed wooden box, so
Yeah. A box literally made for containing stuff owned by people who live underwater.
I wonder
So
what would happen if I
it's way
tried to
easier to
cast
carry.
Purify Food on that Stromings.
Don't you fucking dare.
Oh my
you
god,
dare.
if you did it, it would disintegrate. It's true. You would technically immediately ruin it by making it clean.
Alright, let's leave.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
let's
I
get-
considered
let's get
that
to
like just
Overland.
like overly hardcore fermented fish is just. I mean, yeah, you
Would it
purify that.
be-
It doesn't
Yeah.
taste-
If I cast detect poison, would it register as poisonous?
no.
It would register as very, very, very lightly poisonous, but I mean, fucking alcohol does the same, and you can generally scale it based on how alcoholic the alcohol is as to
Yeah.
how much it makes you detect poison think it's poisoning.
Hmm?
Just to give you an idea how bad an idea that would be, it would literally that would be like making a nice, delicious fried piece of bacon
Turning it into a pig.
vegan soy.
Just turning it into pig's guts. Or a slab of
No,
pig
just
asshole.
vegan soy.
Yeah, no, I'll
version.
tell you what, you
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do it to like a sausage, because that would just turn into guts and asshole.
Ew.
Not a good move.
Anyway, let's
Let's
go ahead
leave.
and get up to the surface
Okay.
and
okay.
Overland.
Yeah.
So you go.
I
We
was
now have...
sitting here with Wizard going like, how long is this gonna fucking take for him
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
It was great.
There you go. So now we have Athia's Remorse sat comfortably on the token table there.
Bad. That's
And it is currently a bag of holdingified. Let's swoop you over here. Where are you going to go next? What are you going to do?
Overland. I'm going straight back to Overland. Very
Okay.
much back to Overland. I'm glad no one's disagreeing with me on this.
Why would we?
Sure.
No, so I'm saying I'm glad no one is because, oh boy, we need to get this soul thing figured out.
Yes,
Oh.
most urgently. Though I have a fear that we won't be able to dispatch with this curse until we find whatever this forge is searching for.
Let us see here. It'll be a day's travel. It is a very easy travel, so I can't imagine it's going to bother you greatly. But hey, you could completely fuck up the rolls. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So let's see,
awesome.
what do we have to do? We have the navigator, the scout, the quartermaster, and cook, I think?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I've got land vehicles for doing the navigating. Anybody want to assist, or...
Yeah, how do you set somebody again? Wait.
Let me look. Rolls. Where's the goddamn journey handout?
It was in the book because it was a lot of stuff, and I haven't hand out or fight it yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
I think Kellin was the scout?
That makes sense with stealth or perception.
No, he used his
does not have
cartographer
something,
tools.
Yeah, that makes
he's
sense
also
too.
a cartographer.
Yeah.
I'm back now. Yes, I do that.
I know Kina's quartermaster / cook with cooking.
Yes.
Mhm.
Alright,
Mhm.
so I've got navigation with land vehicles. Am I getting assisted by someone?
Sure, I
Sure.
will assist you. I guess not getting lost on the one-day journey is probably the most important thing.
Yeah,
for
So
probably.
our,
embarrassing.
Alright,
Oh,
There you
hell
go.
yeah. Look at
All
that.
right. Let's see here. Hey, a discovery is made on the journey. However, you actually discovered the discovery in this area, so I'm afraid you cannot get more star ambers from it.
that's fine.
damn it.
But we get the other bonuses as well.
Yep. So yeah, it's you're like
Got 2 other
still
rolls,
the nearest
guys.
half day, so I mean it's still gonna be a day's travel unless you manage to reduce it more. Scout, please.
Oh, we're so good.
All right. Okay, it will actually take you half a day to do the journey now. Quartermaster, please. Lunch is fine. Everyone has a pleasant lunch. And actually cooking it. Do you wish to? You can also, let it go. All right.
Which makes sense.
plus?
Makes sense. Because I used up most of my spices in that
That's fine.
fucking.
The spicy cloud. All right. Yeah, no
Hey,
problem.
for-
Goodness knows you guys have a fuck ton of rations. You can take one off and also count it as like whatever your fucking evening's meal is. You basically get to have like a nice big lunch.
And everybody gets as much pastrami as they can handle, which for most of you is none.
Oh, yeah. Hey, fuck
Don't
you.
worry,
I said most.
Yeah. Thankfully for Madilyn and her, for Maddie and her exploded taste bud, exploded sense of smell. It just means that it's actually strong fish. Delicious.
It's very fishy.
I like fish.
Everyone else is probably.
Everyone else just
squirming away
makes
from the
camp
two of
somewhere
you
else.
on the other
God.
side of the fucking fire.
We've
Yeah,
actually,
here's the thing.
we've
If
actually
we're
had,
eating this, we'll be either wind away from them, or you could literally smell this 2 miles away. I'm not joking.
It's true. It's true. I feel like I should put in some kind of extra test on extended journeys if you're eating Sustrumming and see if wild animals attack you.
Yeah, you should definitely
So
up
I'm
the,
sorry
up
you
the
opened
travel
up the
DC.
Sustrumming crate again and a bear came for you. It traveled 20 miles to get here, but that bear really fucking...
The bear's just like,
Yes.
close the fucking box, assholes.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, it's not to eat it either, Hedrah. It's just revenge.
Just to bury it.
It's
I'm
like
actually not
save,
joking.
it's
Wolves?
save its habitat instinct.
Yeah, it's actually a thing here. Wolves, bears, lynx really don't like that and tries to bury it. It's been tested.
It's true. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. It's powerful. Yeah, no, you attract a bear from 20 miles away. It attacks you all just so they can fucking stick it in the ground. No. All right. It is a late afternoon. There's a cool, rainy drizzle, a little bit of unpleasant wind, but it's not the worst. Before you make your way, tank treading along to the Overland Keep. It is, by this point, to you guys, a familiar sight. The gate is, it's not fully closed, it's just like one portion of it is halfway open. People that come and go without them having to fucking move the whole giant bastard thing. Presumably they've had some, caravan passage already, considering it's that part of the season. God, I'm amazed my microphone is not picking up fucking Christmas music. It's so loud. Some people are having a party somewhere, it's just awful. I want them to stop.
Stop having fun.
Dun, 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 dun.
right?
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It's so
Aw.
it's echoing down the streets. It's ridiculous. I don't know who it is. Fuck them.
Anyway, onward through the gate.
Okay. Yeah, you are greeted by familiar faces. They are gratified to see that none of you are in like the "we've lost another comrade" misery state, which is pretty good. Like, there are more than a few of you who notice just like relieved guards, and they'll happily wave you on inside.
And straight to Grandma's tower.
Yes, question, please.
Is the other fish elf delegate still here?
The remainder of the aquatic elven delegation? No, they've gone back to work underwater again now. It's just as busy for them.
Just looks at Bastian. More fish for us.
Like the moment you get that crate back out again, there are going to be people in this keep like, you can fucking eat that shit outside.
No.
Yeah, it's you. That's actually one of the reasons over here.
Yeah.
A lot of tenants have like a mandatory clause that if you're gonna eat surströmming, you eat it outside or they'll evict your ass.
No, it's potent. You open it underwater in the den.
Yep.
Luckily, booklet like real fish that is not that.
It's
I mean,
not
the
bad.
Constitution test means that she'll eat it. There's no guarantee that it means she'll enjoy it.
Yep. So, what does Grandma have to say about the soul thing?
Sure. When you go looking for her, she's sat around doing some kind of eldritch creatory shit. It looks like there's some kind of magical experiment currently ongoing. You can tell by the fact that not many of the family are going down to where the basement is because they don't want to, they've seen what happens if people breathe in experiment fumes. Even if she insists that these are magical experiment fumes and totally safe, they don't want to take that risk. Breathing in fumes, it's not good for your brain.
Yeah, make sure the scarf is up over the nose and everything, just in case then.
No, you got it all wrong. These are magic fumes, not crazy dick potion fumes.
Better safe than sorry.
If you would like to restock your spices, by the way, it is half the cost of the toolkit.
How much is the
you know what's really annoying is you can look up all of that shit in the DMG for this game, in the compendium. Sorry, the Roll20 compendium, but it doesn't have fucking item prices, which bothers me so much. How hard is it to put in a number?
Let's see.
Yeah. Caradwen's already looking real tall, you guys. She's excited to see you all again. Madilyn.
Did you get bigger again?
She's super proudly bigger again.
Bigger in every way.
Yeah.
5 silver. Okay.
And you pulled up into the big hug.
I will squirm and will kick very feebly.
By the way, if you search adventuring gear in the compendium, you can actually get the price list. It's just not in the individual item.
Why not? Okay.
I don't know.
I looked it up on the other thing. I'm a jigger.
That's so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. Why is it so hard for them to? Yeah, never mind. I'm sure it's hard. I'm sure there's some reason.
Because they can't just copy paste it. Because the prices aren't in the listing.
Of course. This number exists nowhere else on Earth,
It actually does not exist anywhere else in the book other than that one page. That is the list.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame it could exist other places, though, but everyone snorts mercury.
That's wizards.
Ba-dum-bam-ba-bam-bam.
But yes, Carrie will squeeze Madilyn half to death, take 20 psychic damage. No.
To just take 20 the gay damage.
No.
It's the gay. Okay. But yeah, you go down to Theory, the familiar massive Bork form. And she's glad to see you. Yes, how can I help you all?
Well,
Looking you over, seeing what adventurous shenanigans are about you.
yeah, we kind of got in, I guess, a situation to call it down there
Mm-hmm.
while finding this trick forge thing.
Alright.
Bastian, you know, the aquatic elf that came to us about this place.
Bastion waves.
He
Shield
had
mod. Hello.
attuned to the forge there,
Okay.
and in the process of doing so, has somehow made what can only be called a link between his soul, my own, and Maddie, the little squeakling over there, points over that way. His soul.
She'll nod over at Maddie and then look over the lot of you again. Your soul, sorry. I must have missed that part.
Yeah.
Gonna just make an Arcana test for her. Right, she's in her office. Nope. She'll just squirm. Soul's not really something I know lots and lots about. Honestly, I was worried when you arrived saying you caused a bit of a mistake that there was going to be some kind of war, but that seems to be something that only I do.
Oh, yeah, that's just you. That's just your
Okay.
choice.
Accidentally at war.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You're looking at the crown queen of accidentally a war.
Is there anything you can do or tell us, or is this something I need to go to Great Grandma about?
Well, if it's a curse, I can try and unmake it. Or at least undo it. It would end any attunement, though, by your friend Bastian there.
You can always reattune.
Of course. And what happens to your souls then?
That's... I don't know. Maybe we should be far away from when he reattunes.
I have come to learn that removing curses is a little bit more dangerous than just turning them off. They only suppress a curse long enough for you to separate yourself from the item, unless they've been casted directly on you. Magic items are tricky like that, and elves are jerks.
So, what would you recommend then?
It's possible Mom could have the answer to this, but as it stands, I don't know enough about it. Could you show me this forge, please?
Looks over to Maddie. Do we have room in here to get it out of the bag?
Fucking, you do not have room to get it out. Not even close.
We'll have to go outside to...
Maddie's
You're down here with us.
outside. No, she's eating fucking surströmming. Fuck you. She's outside.
This involves your soul.
Yeah, but nobody said that because when she and Bastian went to eat surströmming.
Bastian's
No,
not
Bastian's-
No one wanted to be nearby.
Insane.
Oh, you're still here? Oh, well. Done eating that.
Either way,
Oh, well,
there's
okay.
not enough room for it down here. We'll have to go outside for it.
She'll sigh and effectively do the she'll do the equivalent of switching off the Bunsen burners so things don't just boil over and explode, but it's more like disabling a number of small runes and carvings. Alright.
Alright. Yeah. So we'll go outside, take out the furnace, and let her do her warlock thing of identifying and figuring magically out of it.
Yeah, she'll totally look sure of her ability to do that. But yeah, okay, you're...
If she needs help, I can assist.
Yeah, I mean, she won't turn down assistance from the advantage engines out there. She will wait for the inevitable someone to put guidance on her. She knows
And
it from her
Bardic,
days.
and just
Bardic, yeah. She'll
give it
just
all.
wait
Yep.
for the whole. She'll
Yep.
wait for the whole gamut. She's
Take a-
aware of it. She barely even
fire.
considers it these days.
Yeah, Bardic, guidance, everything.
All right.
Get this thing as high as we can get.
So,
You know what'd be really mean? If Scoutmates our fates are the ones that have to roll the dice for this kind of stuff.
Nah. I mean, 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. It's not strong. Considering I lowballed literally every possible dice there, the fact that it's a 16 still continues to bother me. Like, I did not roll... I didn't roll average or higher on fucking anything just there. Okay, whatever. It's still a 16. It'll take us some time looking over it. And also, at points, she will be horrified by the odor of surströmming. She's a vegetarian, and she's a bork nose.
Meanwhile, like on the other side of the courtyard, her daughter has a fork lodged in her gums. Like,
Nom, nom, nom. But okay. Yeah, it'll take her an hour and a bit at least to get through it all. At some point, she pauses to join in a woo that occurs before returning to work.
Oh wait, there's a reel? Hold on.
Yeah.
There's a rue.
There's a reel. Where's my reel thing? There it is.
Just there are like just fucking just all over Overland Keep, are just occasional, just like werewolf people or hellborks just having a quick woo before going back to whatever it is the fuck they're doing. Just happens. Yep. It just occurs. It's a common occurrence in Overland Keep.
Somewhere from like the Jarl's office, who's just so.
Oh, there it is. It's a 12. It's a 12 bong rule.
Yeah, it's fucking 7 bong. It's 7 roo.
Yeah.
My fucking face went 7 roo. Alright. Okay. She has her little look over it. Like an hour or so passes. She'll frown and realize that, you know, it's for this forge to actually become active again, it's gonna take a fucking while to heat up. It's just gonna have to wait for overnight. Like it'll warm up to full donk at like sometime around midnight maybe. Judging by the fact she did a slightly over half-day journey and then turned up and she did an hour's check and went, I need this thing to fucking be active, which means it's going to take another 4 hours. So you're going to have to go to bed. She says she'll have one of her guards keep an eye on it just in case.
Mm-hmm.
In case something fucky occurs.
Well, more family time, I suppose.
Yep. She will invite you all in for pie. She will insist that she just gotten some delicious cream pies.
I'm sure you did, Grandma. I'm sure you did.
She will... All the innocent. It's so innocent. What? Before insisting that the long winter is over.
Yeah, I'm sure Granddad was the one to help you with them.
Yes, no, he fetched them for her. But no, winter's over. You got to behave after that. Otherwise, you have just too many porklets.
You're only allowed to have porklets in the winter.
It's true. It's true.
One per year now.
No. Live a long time and cannot afford to actually pound out a child a year. I rolled it was entirely chance that Kerwin is a person who would come into existence.
Yeah, we're only allowed it once every like 5 years.
Yeah, it's like, is she pregnant right now? And rolled, and I was like, oh, well, that's an 18. I think that's a pretty fucking high number. Sure, it's going to be a big one. Little did I know, after it was rolled, just how fucking big it would end up, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When. It's true. Her balks are deeper every day. But night will fall. There are various beds and cots available to you. Mostly just like their barracks area. A couple of their usual like, well, they used to be war bands, but now they're just more like just guard bands. They go out and make sure the land hasn't gone all fucky in the midst of like winter occurring and making sure no monsters are out in the Jarl's domain. There are plenty of empty beds for you guys to take. But midnight rolls around. For once, the sky is clear. It looks like whatever wind had, gotten a good hold of these rain clouds that have been drizzling on you for most of the day has actually finally taken them out of range. The stars shine above the lot of you. Well, apart from Pythoon's star, which does the opposite of shine. It unshines around you all. And you dream. You're in a dream.
Is this all of us or just us cursed folk?
It is just you cursed folk. And not only that, all of you are stood in front of this forge underneath this starry sky. You're wearing whatever you went to bed in, like night clothes or whatever.
Literally nothing.
Fair enough, you're nude.
Oh, joy.
You are not cold, like the floor doesn't exactly feel solid, but you're stood upon it because what else would you do with the floor but stand on it? Then if you think about it too hard, you start to sink, and then you're like, oh no, shit, wait, and then you're stood on it again.
So we can see all three of us all together in this dream as well?
Yep, and again, either whatever it is that you go to bed in the night, there's a big nude elf man. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I imagine Maddie to have adorable mouse-themed pajama jams.
So, do
Night
you come here
and
often?
everything with a little tuft on the end.
Aces.
Normally my dreams involve lots of bountiful women rather than looks up and down the elf. Well, males.
Although the women do tend to have bigger penises.
This is true as well.
Well, mine too, incidentally. But, well, you two will do in a pinch. I'll just give you a little, sly grin. Turn to the forge. Now, what's this all about? You don't belong here.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
It's probably how we've been cursed, really. That's probably it.
Oh, right. I was hoping that was part of the dream, too.
Yeah. Can all three of you please give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure can.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't matter. Never mind.
Wow.
Ooh, boy.
I'm so good at this.
Alright. Bastian is the only person who beat DC 10. You feel this most keenly, but all of you feel a gentle tugging sensation just down in your genitals.
It's only DC 10. Dang it.
It is only DC 10 as well, yeah.
I could have done this.
Too late, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I mean, yeah. It's before results announced, so whatever.
You can feel just in the core, right at the base below your stomach is this pulling sensation upon you. Let's see here. Bastian, as the person who feels this most keenly, you hear words as well. Now, I don't suspect you know Ancient Elf, but maybe you do.
I mean, I can know Ancient Elf.
That's not what we're looking for right now, though, I'm afraid. You are not in a position to be prepared to do that. That said,
Same.
you can make an intelligence check to try and remember this, spoken verbatim,
Right.
so that you can translate it later.
Right. I have Elven. Is that a different dialect than Ancient Elven? We doing the 70 thing here?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Yes, I will. We'll make an intelligence check. Can I be
give you
proficient in
advantage
that?
since I'll give you advantage because it's a bastardized tongue, but unless you were already proficient, then no, you can't just do it right now.
But it's just a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, but this is a reaction.
Fuck.
No. Okay.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna have a hard time, like when this dream, this moment in the astral is over. Remembering what those words exactly were. You do remember the number 3, but all of you are aware of directions, and Bastian, you feel it most keenly. I'm going to pick a different color. Let's see here. The classic. Actually, maybe not big red arrow, considering it's the color of everything on this map. How visible is this green? It's pretty eye-burny. That'll do the job. Okay. There is. There, that direction. It could be anywhere on that line. And there, that direction. It could be anywhere on that line. These are the 2 pulling sensations you feel, all of you. And now, of course, we need to check your sanity dice and your corruption.
Yeah.
See if our great Lord and Master Cthulhu is climbing into you and wearing you like a skin suit.
If I get high enough corruption, do I get free TFs? Wait, wrong game.
You turn into a Sharktopus, I'm afraid.
Yes.
No.
All right. Can I make an int check to see if ancient elves had a proclivity for building like important forge things underwater, or if this was a
That
one-off?
sounds like a history check to me.
Sure. Bastiano, what's your history? Feck.
I was going to say, you're surrounded by people who can, in fact, talk and interact with you. You can ask them for help and stuff.
It's okay. The help wouldn't help.
Could I make my own history check about it?
Yeah, of course. And now that you're not I was going to say, now that you're not reacting, you can do things like start throwing abilities at it. Right now, you guys are not dreaming. You are astral projections.
Oh.
So if an astral projection can do a thing, then you guys can do a thing.
In that case, 25.
Sick. They don't have a proclivity for building underwater, but it's just entirely possible that back then it was not underwater. As for other locations, if they're buried deep, then it's likely that they're close to the surface of like underwater lakes and channels. Like beneath this land is a fucking vast webwork of different lines and places. Although ancient elven structures, as you remember them or have learned of them, have never been like submerged on purpose. Indeed, they stand out as for some reason being quite dry, even when they're below the waterline when they are entered. Some kind of phase fuckery, you're sure, but no one's really been able to confirm quite how or why that works.
I wonder if Grandest and the Mountain Kiln were built on elven ruins. Perhaps there's a dungeon hidden under those cities.
It's entirely possible. Though, I imagine if it's right around the city, it would have been found by now.
What if it's under the city?
The city has to be built. I would imagine they've done some sort of excavation at the city.
Not necessarily.
I need to grab my old Grandest maps, and I had a Mountain Kiln map, although it's very outdated and full of old racists.
Well, it just seems odd that both lines would take us directly over large woodland settlements, places where elves would have built.
Mind you, it's somewhere along that line, possibly.
Yes, of course.
It could very much be over here at this like bridge kind of thing by the Cave of War.
Or it could be as far as the Black Isle, although
It could.
you don't think it pulled you that far.
But
Maybe if you'd rolled your wisdom saves higher, you'd have a closer angle. Who knows?
But if we look at the features both of those lines share, the only similarity other than the river is the settlements next to the forests. I think that would be a good place to start, if nothing else. Also, we have that business with the altar to deal with. Whatever's out there, that's an evil that will spread.
I think our souls are a more pressing matter than that one altar over there.
You would hope so.
I'll be right back to fetch coffee. Continue. but when you are done, of course, you can effectively choose to close your eyes and go to sleep. Big air quotes. You'll wake up when morning occurs.
Now,
I'll just say this while I'm AFK. Don't get in a fight while in your astral, please. That would be bad for everyone involved, and especially me, because I'd have to look up and see how many rules are written about them so I don't fucking step on imaginary toes.
Alright, so I'm gonna hand scythe Athia. No.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'll get my scythe points back, so that's nice.
The real question is this going to be a nightly occurrence or a one-time thing?
And perhaps only when the forge is lit and readied. Some sort
Maybe.
of astral beacon.
This does raise a question what to do though, because those two locations are in the opposite way of this one burrow den we had heard about before.
Well, if our
What?
souls are the most pressing issue, I'm afraid that your other quests will have to wait.
Most definitely. Not to offend you, but I'd rather my soul not be bound to anyone else.
None taken.
Well, there goes the idea of having to properly use this to create things, at least. It's just a cursed item.
I mean, it can still be used. It's still
Yeah, but
lit.
you're still a soul's... Yeah, you're still soul attached to it, and that's not something I'm looking forward to being with. So,
Well, perhaps we can just free the two of you, and I can remain attached to it. I am something of an immortal, and this is an artifact of my people. I don't mind being bound to it, necessarily. It's simply the binding with my unexpected friends here that concerns me.
Indeed.
mm,
Okay.
Perhaps I can return to my city and see if I can drum up any rumors of elven ruins along those ley lines. That might at least point us in the right direction.
If you can
or in
find
some direction.
if you can find any sort of indication of ruins along that way, that'd be great. Mind you, I'm sure your people probably have better idea of where most of the ruins are, since the rest of us, and the archaeology as well, don't exactly know many locations. We just happen to find them.
Yes, of course. Perhaps my people have some records from High Elven times.
That would be quite the sight. Those are quite rare.
Well then, I will speak to you all shortly, and Bastian will close his eyes and try and wake up, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you put on a little makeup? You guys see him go first. He closes his eyes, as though, like, settling down to rest, and he fades away. Fade away.
Well, maybe I can get back to the dreams about other things. Happier things.
Alas.
More fun times.
Alas, you close your eyes to exit the astral plane, and it's morning. You do not get to return to whatever Borkji you had been imagining.
Borkji.
Wasn't a Borkji.
Well, of course.
Not this time.
It was a teeth smash.
It was a teeth smash.
You got to really make sure you enunciate the F on that, or it just sounds like a bad time for everyone involved.
When was there a teeth smash?
In Dreamville.
In
Oh.
Dreamville. Hasn't made reality yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, when morning comes, Bastian's just gonna jump into the water here and take a swim back to Elftown, I guess.
Sure. It's about a day's journey solo underwater. The travel rules do vaguely apply. You have different types of risks at going it alone.
That's fine.
Alright, so which of the roles are you performing? The navigation, admittedly it's a journey that you are familiar with, so you might not need to worry about that one. But navigation or scouting will need to be done.
Yeah, I'll trust my instincts that I can just get home on my own. And, go with scouting.
Okay.
Let's see, I guess it'll be a stealth roll. Hey, it's my best skill.
I mean, anything can be your best skill when you shoot. Alright, that's
No.
fine. Okay, you make it there in one piece, no worries.
Whoosh.
Good job. Okay. So, you'll be gone for a day. The others are aware of this fact.
Okay.
Yeah, well now.
Question: is it possible to use the forge now it's up and running?
Yeah, it is an active, working, magical forge.
Cool. Can I use the tools there to, split?
Yeah, give me a blacksmith test. We'll need 4 of them.
Cool.
before
And
we-
is that advantage correct?
Correct.
Cool. Can I have some guidance on that too, please?
No, they are long tests, so guidance cannot just be on
Okay.
it.
That's
Okay.
17.
Yep, first one you managed to make a pretty fucking clean break, too.
Nice.
Next. Alright. 14. So 15. It's not the cleanest break. This one breaks in 3 pieces.
Ah, piss. Okay, so... And then... Let's try again.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
Yep, it is a clean break. You even managed to get it down one of the... I hesitate to call it a fault line, but you manage it breaks on one facet, like one facet's edge, and just by coincidence, maybe by coincidence, it splits down the middle, and where it split ends on the bottom side is the edge of another facet. It's a much nicer cut.
Do rubies cleave? Because I think cleavage line is the word you're looking for. Fracture line. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, the cleavage line is what the character
so-
has.
Yeah, no, I'm
Sure.
personally am more concerned with cleavage lines. And this one is another 3-piece
Yes.
break.
And another. Well, at least it'll be easier to sell. So, we got 6
Yep.
smalls, 2 and 4 big ones. So,
Sure, let me figure out their gem cost equivalent, because it's just a gem portion of party loot then. Good for not arsing around. Let's see here. Ooh, these are probably still quite a bit. Okay. 100 plus 8 times 2. Yes.
Money, money, money.
230 gold piece worth of ruby.
Are you adding that to our party load, or should I?
Yep, I've bunked it in.
Oh boy.
Excellent. Yeah. It takes you probably a few hours to get through that all, Maddie. but eventually you're faced with reasonable quantities of ruby, and as each is cracked and broken, there's this like thrilling shimmer of something or other. Like after you break the first one, in fact, it's probably like there's Theory and some other paladin actually just like wander up. Madilyn, you feel it too during breakfast time. There's just this sudden thrumming, like someone's just strummed really hard on an instrument, perhaps. Like this just sense of the divine for a brief moment from outside.
What was that?
I wonder.
Someone fooling around with someone they really should.
I had Theory and a paladin both, like, just from different directions, turn up and observe while Maddie's cracking rubies.
Wait, Terry also had weird dreams?
Oh, Carrie had weird dreams.
And sometimes I pee white stuff. Let's see here. Yeah. When you're done with these, Maddie, I think Theory's gonna buy the remaining ruby off you. If you would like to try and make a persuasion check to hike up the cost, otherwise you'll get it at base. She will not try and she won't try to barter you up, but it's possible you can barter her down. Hedrah?
Persuade.
Yeah, persuade to see if you can, if you would like to try and sell this ruby to her for more than 230.
Well, let me tell you how good Maddie is at persuading people of having no fucking social skills.
I mean, if you're welcome to take it at base instead.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
well, okay, sure. So,
Yeah, she'll
There you
happily
go.
buy those off you. And will also tell you that you did a very good job and a good thing. Like, each of those rubies a piece could probably have been sold, like, as solid magicless spheres for maybe, like, 200 gold a pop, but at the same time, like, there's the inherent risk of destroying the immortal soul, which is generally considered not fucking cool. And so, yeah, she thanks you personally for going to this effort instead.
oh, okay, sure. Just gives a thumbs up.
Yep. The paladin too, you can see is a Hagenite. Will give you another
I have
thing.
no idea what the fuck a Hagenite is.
I thought there was a handout with the
Paladin
gods'
of the
religions
Sun,
in it.
the
No,
Sun
Maddie.
Bros.
Maddie doesn't.
No, Maddie herself.
Okay. Kind of surprised that she wouldn't
It's
at
like-
least know of the religions.
No, she heard a lot of talk from, the caravanners about this and that. Like, oh, there's those that, the Hagenites, the Infernals, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
Sure.
This is
I mean,
weird
you know that
stuff,
you
okay,
you,
like-
you could at least boil it down to these are the Sun Knights. Like, these are the goody guys. Like, there are
Okay.
nerd worshippers, nature worshippers. This guy's a light worshipper.
He is grossly
that
incandescent.
is easy, but she doesn't know the fucking religion. She's like, okay, these are supposed to be the good guys, these are the tree
Yeah.
huggers, these are the weirdos, and
Yeah, you can see the I'm a sun bro Hagenite symbol on his on his holy symbol and on his shield, and I believe he's going to gift you a thing. Roll me 1d6, please.
okay.
Cool. You are given a bottle of holy water.
Okay.
Is a little way of saying
Well,
thank you.
okay. I can just looks at it like, looks back at him and was like, okay, what do you do with this stuff? Checks it.
Well, if you throw it at a dead person, it will harm them. And if you drink it before you're faced with rampant and vigorous corruption, you will be assisted in its resistance and generates useful in the arts of consecration and all those other quite good things.
Ah,
The darkness will wilt away before the light.
okay. Stuffs it into the bag.
Yep. And he
I have a
will
question.
give you a radiant, shiny white teeth smile. Yeah, ask away.
No, she has a question. Maddie has a question for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If it's so good and stuff like that,
Yes.
can't you like do the same thing for oceans or like large bodies of water or rain clouds?
Well, let's just say there isn't enough silver in the north to make that work. There are material components necessary, much like a lot of spellcasting blessings of this variety, intrinsically come with cost. It is fine enough for me to make them in such small doses, but larger bodies of water would be an incomprehensible and innumerable, uncountable task. I believe it's been tried before. I mean, come now, who hasn't had such kind of grandiose dreams as to render a whole lake wholly resistant to all corruption and death? However, it turns out that that water disappears, and then more water eventually appears. For all I know, there are pockets of little holy water segments from these experiments all beneath the land of Ceres.
So if you say like went into a silver mine and just touched the silver and then just Shazam.
Well, it would need to be flooded completely, and you would have to be able to speak underwater for hours to spend that long casting and blessing that much water. It's definitely a matter of logistical issues here, especially since the only major silver mine is next to a volcano. It is quite difficult, as you might imagine, to forcibly shovel large bodies of water into it.
Wait. But every person here has a lot of water in them as well. Isn't it possible to just bless that?
That might be what a blessing actually is. However, as far as I'm aware, most of that water is blood. And if blood stops being blood, people die.
Well, there's those, she makes motion with her hands like over her head, like big monster types, like giant rock things that don't have blood but are still alive. Enough people and things.
Use the fortune maker +1 person. Yes, quickly. Give him the fucking
Stuff all three soulbound people into the forge and
It's
create
the
a
fucking it's the Godbert Mandeville treatment. Hammer someone into a fucking beast. I've seen footage of someone being turned into a +1 person. First, your clothing must explode off of you, so that you can pose dramatically. Oh, that's fucking...
Yes, fuck blessing someone's blood. Just bless their flesh with magic. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm sure there's footage for it somewhere. There you go, for your perusal later, what it looks like when you turn someone into a +1 person.
Oh, right. Is that the same...
I was half expecting Terry Crews.
that's not...
He is a +1 person.
Terry Crews is a +1 person.
No, I was thinking about a slam jam or like slam drink, you know, the commercial. When they all melt and become, the three people melt down and become one person.
You mean the human centipede?
Liquid Slam, that was the name. Let me see if I can actually find. Yeah. Copy here. Let me just
the
post
stream to also
here, guys.
enjoy that.
Here. It's safe for work, so.
Yeah, but it's not safe to run that on stream. It's one hell of a scene, and now there you go. You know what it looks like to make a +1 person. All it takes is a hammer and a pin, and being the most powerful individual in the world.
This really is every 90s commercial.
I'm concerned. I'll look that up in a bit. But yeah, the paladin will talk with you at least a little bit about this, the idea of trying to permanently bless someone so their blood becomes holy water. But yeah, no, people need blood to be alive, not holy water. As much as he might wish to be so gloriously incandescent, it wouldn't be a moment that lasted long.
Wait. But people don't need a lot of sweat, so, and they sweat all the time. That means they have water on.
Please, I'm a paladin, not a scientist. All I can safely say is that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Well, so is going out into the world and doing stuff.
This is true, but it doesn't involve cramming silver into someone's body and then hoping that the water in it becomes blessed as you cast magic on it. Because also, as well, stabbing people with large bricks of metal is also bad for them. Excellent. Okay.
And in the background of this is just Caradwin, like, riding on the Jarl's backs with a fishing rod in hand, like a lance.
Of course. Yeah, you guys have a day to kill. Bastian, would you like to give me a test on gathering some information?
Sure. See, you're not Bastian. You're Bastian. Okay, let's give this a try. Does anyone want to give me their inspiration?
What inspiration? We don't have any.
Ow.
I don't think.
Never fucking get that.
You've got to just lobby for it, fuckos.
I haven't had any moments where I think I
Gather
deserve it.
rumors is a one-day action. Obviously.
Yeah. Alright, so really everyone back in town's gonna have 3 days to kill, because I have to spend a day getting here, spend a day gathering rumors, and spending a day getting back.
Yeah, basically you guys have 3 days. It could be longer if he tried to research lore, which is a 3-day test.
For right now, I just want to gather rumors, so
Okay.
eh.
Okay, let's see here. Rumors and leads equal to your charisma modifier. What's your charisma mod?
That sure is a +2.
Okay, so 2 rumors and leads. Okay. As far as the Aquatic Elves are concerned, their map of the world is very fucking different from this one, because their map of the world consists of all of the underwater channels by which people might, get around.
Mm-hmm.
Kellin would really love that.
Indeed, very hard thing to map out, though, especially since it's really fucking dangerous in, a lot of those tunnels, and you can't be sure if there are more tunnels splitting off it or not. And especially since in a lot of places that water is being created as super fucking hot, so they just have to guess in a couple of places where one channel begins and another one ends. That said, there are rumors of, old architecture, some of the first aquatic elven architecture and then older architecture for other elven subtypes that exists, if not in or adjacent to some of these tunnels, although a lot of them, if not all of them, have fallen into pretty graphic disrepair.
But are those anywhere near, say, the Mountain Kiln or Grandust?
It is highly likely that there is something along the lines of these channels, especially since, at least in the case of Grandis, they're still quite close to a very large body of water in the form of like the Beast Penland here.
Right. And what, the mountain kiln isn't next to the ocean?
I mean, the mountain kiln is next to the ocean, which is not fed by the same channels as like the underwater aquatic elven passages. I mean, they definitely meet, but those are outgoing water streams as opposed to under. It's possible that it is on the other side of the land in the ocean. Land that used to be there has eroded away.
Hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like the furthest left one is probably going to be the toughest one, because yeah, it could be on the ocean side of the mountains, or it could be under the mountains, or in the mountains, or under the kiln, or in the kiln. It could be underwater, it could be in a basement, hard to say. There are at the least more water channels between you and this like cardinal direction.
Right. Okay. So that should probably be our first destination. Cool.
Yeah, it's the more likely of them.
And second rumor?
Let's see here. Let's see, what's a popular rumor in the area? Roll me a 1d8, please.
Sure. Dude.
Cool. There was a trading carriage that went missing. Let me...
The aquatic elves are interested in a trading carriage, are they?
I mean, it's between here and another large body of water, and that carriage to you would be underwater.
Oh, it's an underwater carriage.
I mean, I meant to say the word caravan more than carriage.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. That makes
you guys
sense.
have you guys have underwater caravans.
Neat.
Let's see here. Just to the east, a little bit up of Overland Keep, there is a like water channel that sort of squiggles around like this, and it's
Neato.
somewhere along that line that the caravan went missing.
Well, that's kind of an awkward ask for our group, considering.
Yeah, it's just in the area, and yeah, most of them do not go underwater. Alas, this is the kind of rumors you get in the water capital.
It's true. Speaking of which, though, it might behoove us to let me get some more of those water breathy pills.
Yeah, it is 5 silver a pop.
5 silver pop, huh? So let's see. If I spend 10 gold, that's 20. Then spend 5 is... Okay. I will buy 30 water breathy pills.
Okie dokie.
I'll put those in the party loot. Let's see.
Excellent.
How do I add rows to this table? Is it... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just one of those drop-down buttons. It's just literally an add row, add column button, which is the fucking best. I'm glad that I do not have to do that shit manually anymore.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Water breathing pills.
Excellent.
Speaking of things that are excellent, we got some gems to split up. And other
yeah.
monies.
230 G floating between you.
I mean, is that 230 something we can get while in Overland, like splitting up that gym there, or is that something we have to like take to makers or freelands?
Are these the ruby things?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I know we have the ruby parts, but is that something we can actually sell here in Overland, or is that something we have
She's
to...
already
like,
those ruby parts have already been sold. She bought them.
Okay.
Yeah, Theory bought them because they used to have souls in them.
All right.
Oh.
So
So now you have 230 gold in what used to be a ruby.
So then that 44
Hold on,
is how
hold
much?
on. I
okay.
fucked up the math. 1 second.
You fuck. All right.
Wait, shit. No, hold on.
What are you trying to math?
So that 14 should actually be a 2. So I guess 265 minus 12, and then 253 divided by 6. There you go. So we each get 42.
42 gold, silver 6 copper.
Okay. Let's see here. That puts me at 90 gold. 1 silver. Oh wait, that's Electrum. Whoops.
3.
And
I made
6
the mistake
copper.
too.
Okay.
Derp, derp, derp. Alright, and then I'll just go back to Overland.
All right.
I've just seen the flat colors of fucking Slamalander.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Aw,
looking real good.
yeah.
It's looking real good.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that.
God, Tarnavok's mustache just slays me.
It's
It's
awesome.
really good. It's a fucking excellent mustache. Just like I can imagine it bristling up with anger. You're making me rage bristle, you tart.
Yeah.
Tart is just a silly word.
Mm,
It is looking really good.
yeah.
Sorry, I
So
say
if
silly.
you
It's
have
just an
any-
inherently funny
her
word.
shot definitely has best face.
Yeah, so if there's any edits, write them out, because I'm talking with others as we speak here while trying to balance this game and what I need to do.
I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. First the party, you guys have, 3 days. Day 1, Bastian leaves. Day 2, Bastian gathers information, and then day 3, Bastian returneth. And you guys
so
kill
I
a couple
have
days.
I want to get
Okay.
that potion
I have a
sold
question.
because we're not going to ever use it.
Sure. What's your question?
The ultra expensive potion, yes. Okay, is there any way to access ore now the winter is over?
Is there a way to what? Sorry.
Access ore?
Access ore. I mean, again, like there'll be trade from Ashenholds to Maker's Rest, but it's not been especially long yet. And also, plenty will make its way up to the Freelands. But if you're looking to secure a large quantity of ore, you're going to either have
Yeah,
to
but,
buy it
in-
bit at a time or get it from the holds again.
Well, I was thinking more like in terms of distance, is direct shorter route this way than across like that. See, you go crossing, then to Overland, it's a shorter distance to the Freelands. So if they have anything that's gonna be passing through, if they know if there's somebody here already, und so weiter.
I'm getting text from my mother. No. It's about me having to go get shit faced. There's worse fates in the world, I suppose. Sorry, yes. Again, like acquiring ore is the same as it has always been. You buy it from someone, and you buy it from the big places where lots of trade goes on. The change in seasons isn't going to have a massive impact on that, just on the refresh rate of such goods. And you guys got through the winter stock effectively. Like they'll be restocked within the next like few weeks, essentially, when that stuff is available to be moved. But like a lot of the scrap ore and rock and stuff they don't think they need in the first place probably just stays at Ashenholds. gets chucked back in the volcano or something. So if you wanted to score a lot, you'd have to go there, or send like messages or messengers. You could definitely try and just get mail out there and be like, "Yo, could you reserve this much shit for me?" And then come back and pick it up later.
Yeah, if I know the prices, then hell yes, I would.
I don't remember any of the fucking prices we went by last time, so I'll have to go back and check, and I will duomance with you between sessions later.
What's that? What's it?
I don't remember well enough. We'll figure out later. But yeah, if you would like to send a message onto Ashenholds and be like, I would like to acquire this much, or at least acquire X amount of ore, we can figure out what that is later. I can tell you right now, getting just like a message to Ashenholds, just like probably 7 silver. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'll fucking deck that down. I have a metric ton of cash that
Yeah, go for it.
probably can use to spend.
If you attach, I don't know, if you attach, I don't know, some gold to it, you might get better people or better offers, but like the minimum is 7 just to get a letter out there and be like, I would like to acquire X amount of ore at Y price. Can you save this up for when I'm in town? Insert name here and signature.
Yeah. It would be mostly, since we know that they are mining a specific type or looking for specific things, etc. I'm looking for the ones that they not looking like, oh, this doesn't have enough, or this is just no, this is not what we're looking for, etc.
Yeah, I remember a lot of the chaff ores. I just don't remember the prices exactly, so we'll have to figure that shit out again later. Okay. And ooh, Madilyn and Athia are on a date. Do they smash?
No.
Nah,
Don't.
you gotta wait till the 3rd date for that.
So what? First date is just to get to know you. Second date ends with a beach, and then third date is the smash. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
My vague experience of it.
But yeah, it'll be sure the best place is off in Overland. Sure, like the hill by the lake, overlooking it. It's a great sight, great time. Find out about each other.
Of course.
Okay.
Delightful and adorable.
Is there anything?
Let's see if the weather was kind to you for this day.
Is there anything in particular you would like to try and find out?
That's a
What's
good
your
question.
anal circumference?
Let me go open the Fatal rulebook here.
No.
No.
I
guess- It's not kind to us, was it?
Weather is not fantastic. By which I mean, like, there is an out-of-season shower. It doesn't last for particularly long, but it starts in the morning, so you could go back out there later in the day. But like, if you had like morning, breakfasty, lunchtime plans, they've been a little bit owned by just hail.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first part will be spent mostly inside, just finding about each other. I guess the most major question I should go with: what does she want for the future?
What is this, a job interview? Where do you see yourself in 20 fucking years?
I mean, people love to talk about like dreams for the future, so I figure that's a good starting place.
Hilariously enough, I have something for this. Let me show you my. Let me
Whip
just
out your dick.
copy my ideal here.
Yep.
Wow.
You learn about all of Madilyn's ennui.
Although I suppose if you were going to really push me for something I would like to do, I want to get Blue Idiot to stop being so mopey.
Yeah. That's something on the agenda for the future as well.
Yeah, was there any hand holding? It's important right there.
I mean, I'd like to try eventually, even if I just a little bit at the end. But that all determines on Madilyn, I guess.
A public display of affection.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. I'd say not in public.
Well, nice try.
Just somewhere off, like by the lake or something like that. Just a little bit out of the way, no one looking, nothing like that.
Of course, no one but us and us squirrels.
As long as there's no one at all to see. And only for a second. Only for a minute.
Only for a minute.
You are filled with determination. The squirrels see all.
And turns out Bloodgood was secretly watching in the forest.
Yep. All right, excellent. Yeah, great. You get your hand holding done as well. You got some leads. Bastian, I'm not going to bother forcing you to roll again just to make this journey back. You're more than adept at the day underwater diagonally, like literally as the crow swams. You got 24 for it? Well, fuck them then. Own. Yeah, it's a lot easier actually. You know, you're moving through an axis. You get to go in a fucking straight line towards Overland underwater. It's not a big deal for you.
Yeah.
And once more things don't try and fucking slaughter you on the journey.
And that's why I rolled stealth.
Yep. And when you return, there is a streaming lake waiting for you.
Yes. All right.
Hello,
So
that's finito, though.
the good news is, it seems I might have been right. There appears to be old subterranean water channels underneath Grandest. Perhaps even old elven architecture. I recommend that as a place to start.
Well, that's something, I suppose.
Also, incidentally, I know it's a touch out of our way. Oh, hold on one second.
Damn it, that was close.
Oh, that's rough.
No, I mean,
That's
I
a success.
just barely made the.
Oh, you did. That's good.
So you said there was bad weather.
Yeah.
Was there any lightning? Was it a storm?
Yeah, it was a storm.
Can anyone? Can I gather information like, where
Okay, I'm
was
back.
this storm? Where where the lightning might have struck? I would like to go. I'd like to start kind of like a crafting thing. I want to try and gather materials for creating a staff. So I would like to get some. First, I would like to get some lightning struck wood.
Sounds fair. Yeah, okay. They can. The worst of the storm was probably like a little bit north of you. It blew in from the north, traveling southeast.
Like right there.
I mean, it's not going to be in like those huge, thick coastal trees, but like there. I mean, I'm not going to draw every tree on the map. There are definitely
Yeah.
like just trees just dotted around in between these two places. It's somewhere
Okay.
you could look.
Well, incidentally, speaking of that direction, there's a caravan from my city that went missing just on the coast of that river. Perhaps if you're interested in heading that direction, we could take a peek and see if we can find what became of them.
Now, I have to ask, is it underwater again?
Yes, but... And Bastian will take out this big box of water-breathing pills. I came prepared.
I mean, not to dissuade you, but we are severely weaker underwater.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. We just need to find them. If they've already been killed by monsters or Sahaugen, then no need for vengeance. We just need to find out what happened to them. Not do battle with a great beast.
Well, I suppose. It couldn't hurt.
Okay. So yeah, can you confirm your course of action so I know, or at least I can make a note of what to prep?
We go to find the missing caravan and get some thunderstruck wood.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Alright. In which case, my lovely dears, I believe it is time to call the session to a close and check your experience gain.
It's not going to be much this session.
Well,
It really is not going to be much this
You've
session.
advanced on a new quest, but so although you scored in like the completing of that previous one, you've got new shit to do.
I guess, yeah.
So, yeah.
alright, so I don't feel like we explored a new and interesting location for the first time.
Definitely not.
Nope. Did you discover a new and interesting truth about the world?
Warlocktopus! Also,
that's true. Yeah,
Everything about the Forge and all that stuff. But most
That's
importantly,
right.
the Warlocktopus.
of course.
I don't think we made a new ally or lasting enemy because we killed the Warlocktopus.
Yeah, I don't think we did any of that.
And the Sharko.
Yeah, I mean...
But we have a forge, which is semi-sentient.
But it doesn't count for a new ally, since it can be... Well,
yeah,
if it did
it's
see
not
it
a
too.
new ally or an enemy.
Yeah.
It is a different. You are now its new ablative quest completers. Whether it considers you an ally or not is completely just means nothing.
Yep.
Alright, did we advance or complete a quest? Yeah. Did we neutralize a direct threat to local peace? How aggressive was the Warlocktopus?
I mean, the Warlocktopus was a warlock who made skull altars, and when, eventually it got hungry enough to fucking leave, it's not like that barricade could have stopped it. So yeah, I'll let you score that in.
Cool.
So, 3 EXP then?
Correct.
Should be up to
Alright.
30.
Yep, puts us at 30 out of 45.
Alright.
Yeah, and now, of course, that you're done in that dungeon and
Sweet.
Savin has finished killing the Sawajin, he was one of the soulbound. And the other two to which he was bound were killed, so he was slowly fucking dying in that pond.
Ah, I see.
Womp womp.
Man, that would have been nice.
He'd
to know.
been able to do things like, warn you about that shit, and also tell you about the monster being an actually fucking warlock, and maybe other useful things if you then interrogate him. If you went
Yeah,
immediately up
but-
and killed him, and I just went, click delete. I got rid of his whole note. Like,
You're welcome.
Glad I fucking bothered.
I mean, we would not have. I mean, it's a shark
No,
person.
I mean it was helpless and dying. So no, of course you wouldn't run up and fucking slit its goddamn throat.
Look,
Look,
I don't like sharks,
this-
okay?
I'm
a
aware of
Sahagin.
that now.
It's a Sahagin, and the rest of them tried killing us.
It's true.
Grand-
It's
They
true. There's
they
no way
have
it's a
bones
nice
of my
person.
fellows.
Yeah, no, there's
stacked
no
up.
way it's a nice person. That said, I expected you to ask it maybe anything before killing it. I didn't expect it to come out of this situation alive. Heaven fucking forbid.
Dog is
Well,
going
anyway.
crazy tonight.
Haru.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching stream,
I'll be right back.
and we'll catch you later tonight for Warhammer. Have a
What was our experience?
Yay!